Ladies and gentlemen and MBs, welcome to the show that answers the question, why will Neil Dubey will get arrested? Hello. I mean, it would be so sad if none of you are here anymore. Hold on. Why is this so dark? Ooh. I can do 1,000 things 1,000 times, but again, my setup is going to be sucking. See, guys, how are you guys doing today? Ooh. Fine. I have so much work to do and I'm still here. Appreciate me, people. I am not focusing on wedding prep. I am not focusing on my actual contractual work that actually pays me. I am here on a Thursday because I said I would be here on a Thursday. Well, did I say I would be here on a Thursday, or did I say I was going to be here like earlier and I just forgot that I had to be here earlier? Did I tell you I was going to be here earlier or no? Just increase the brightness. See, I have like too much light on my face right now. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. There is a whole ass protest going on. Like in Jharkhand. I just can't. Ooh, nice. New colors. Ooh, I look so brown. Which is not bad. Like, there's too much darkness over here. Hold on. Let me do something. Give me a second. Voila. Am I ever fixing this? Probably not. Live controls. Perfect. Okay. My back feels okay. Fine. No worries. I am getting so relaxed in doing this. Like, I'm gonna start like doing this like setup while on camera as well, because at this point I love it. I really do. Like, I don't want to do this when I'm alone. That's stupid. I'm gonna do this on camera. At least I have you guys here. Perfect. Thank you so much for resharing it, guys. Win, are you here? Also, we have to do a test, okay? We'll do a test in like a second. Just checking if Win is here. Because Win asked me like, hey, are you gonna be online today? And I was like, yeah, I will. So this is like a special live for Win. Like, this is for no one else. This is just Win. I'm not gonna take his government name, though his government name is in his. Okay. Either way. So, yeah. So there's a protest going on, and we need to talk about it because it's important, and like we always do. See, there's always something I always keep screaming about is like, hey, we need to protest. So it would have been like, and we need to talk about this because it is like the whole funda behind the entirety of the channel, that we need to talk about our rights. And See, the funny thing is, and I'm sure like some of you are going to know this. Some of you who are going to watch this later are going to know this. Maybe even you know it right now. There's a protest going on in Jharkhand for the past 2 years. The tribals are protesting for the past years. I've heard about this like once or twice in the past few years because no one covers it. This is a protest directly against the Adani group because of their projects in coal powered power plants. Like an Indian coal power plants are like really high in sulfur. Like we don't use like low sulfur coal. We don't use like we shouldn't be using coal in the first place. It's completely pointless and at this point of time in like with respect to technology. Like technologia has gone so forward that we don't even need to have a thermal power plant. Like there are points where we don't even need nuclear anymore. Like all of our needs can be met by just solar. Like and wind if you want to add like variety to it. But at this point of time, and I say this as a scientist myself, you don't need any of it. You don't need coal. You don't need like any thermal kind of power plant. You can have solar, you can have wind, and that should be it. But like there's always this concept within like people's mind, like generally capitalists, like, no, but what happened to the capitalism lobby? And like, Jesus Christ. Like, you're not gonna survive the quarter. These people are not going to surviving the quarter, financial quarter. The pollution is getting so bad and they're worried about like how much money that the lobby is going to make. Jesus, it is very fucking annoying. Yes, we should do away with coal, like petroleum in general, and we have the technology to do it. And I'll tell you this, hold on, I need to find where is this? Nuclear is better overall. I would agree with that because just the amount of energy it produces. But we have crossed a threshold where solar is enough now. Like we are going to cover a story right now as well. Like there is so much solar energy being produced in Australia right now that their problem isn't like there is not enough energy. Their problem is that they have to give it away for free. Like their coffers are full, like there is like they keep producing more and more energy, and like it's overloading their system. Like they are unable to be unable to charge for it anymore. That's the thing with solar is going to keep coming. It's not going to stop. Yes, it can. It is very easy to do it. India is on such a nice location. Like when you talk about like it's near the equator. We have an entire Deccan Plateau, which is basically flat. We have the like our desert, like the Rajasthan desert is there. Like Maharashtra is nearly mostly flat on the eastern front. As you move south, you have more rain, but then you can have a lot more wind power. Like we can meet all of India's demands by having solar power plants like in 2 or 3 states maximum. But like there's so much money that Adani and Ambani put in for their coal powered power plants, and like BJP ने तो ले ही रखा है उनका हाथ में, तो they make sure that we still are dependent on coal when we don't have to be. So I'm gonna check something quickly, okay? There is this Instagram influencer. She is really good. Like she's like a science communicator herself, and she made a recent post about something that I want to show off to people. Again, we are only doing this so people can come in because I think there's just you right now. Where is she? Half my problem is trying to remember everyone. Like, can I just like search Canada influencer who talks about environment? Jeez, what am I like? What the fuck am I doing? Oh, there's an Indian who's an influencer for Canada. Good. Indians can do so much good when they are not in India. Don't clip me, please. Anyway, so who's this sustainability influencer? Jesus Christ. Why can't I remember her name? Was it Katie Bauer? See, let me know if you know her. It's a Canadian influencer with green hair right now. Mm-hmm. Jesus. Shit that I do have to do. See, the thing is, I just fucking remembered about her right now. I shouldn't, like, this is not like half the time my goals, I'm not even joking. Most of this time, like, preparing for a live takes so much time, and then you remember something like this randomly. And now I am fucked because I just want to remember it. Never, 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 never have ADHD. Seriously. There is this compulsion in my brain right now, like, fuck, where is this woman? Was her name starting from like green or something? Also, man, Instagram, like, when did people start following me so much on Instagram? Jesus. It's fucking annoying. Yeah, I'm checking my Instagram list. No wonder I'm left wing. Like every single, like, you should see my Instagram listing. Yeah, see, if you're here, if you are talking to me, and if you actually like my personality, you are neurodivergent by sure. That's how my friend found out she was neurodivergent, because she liked me too much as a friend. So, see, like neurodivergent people like are attracted to each other. I'm not even joking, because these are the only people who are actually like can understand each other in on a level that other people cannot. So it's like, yeah, no shit. You are as neurodivergent as I am. Oh yeah, I can search for Jesus Christ. Like what the How do you search shit on? Hold on, maybe I should check my phone because, like, there was this new update for Instagram, right? Like, have you seen that fucking update? It's quite literally the most annoying thing you can find. Yes, I am a Hindu. Honestly, yeah. I mean, I don't practice Hindu, like being a Hindu. Like, I don't celebrate anything. If that, does that make me a Hindu? Yeah, so there is this influencer on Instagram that she talks about climate change, the climate disaster, I should correctly say. She's Canadian. She talks about America and she talks about like India. Like not India, like generally environment. She was recently talking about COP and shit. I do so much. The reason why I am trying to find this. Yes, basically, yeah. Shit, I think I had a dream where someone was saying this exact same line. What the fuck? Sorry, guys. Anything you have also, Bonzit. So why did you want to ask me that? I don't understand. Is there any deeper lore into it of why my religion matters? See, I'm asking. I'm not blaming here. I just want to know because a lot of people have actually asked me, and I'm just like I'm not even saying like online, in person, and I never understand why this is. Like, why would it matter? Like, I don't understand. Also, let's do a test. If you're there, are you guys there? Drop a sticker or something quickly. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm a Hindu. Like, stick. Okay. I'm not really too into it. Okay, let's do a test. Let's do a test because I want to check this. Whenever I say one, drop a emoji. Okay, understand? Everyone clear? Three, two, one, one. Hey! Fine, Jesus. Fine, search. Okay. I am like, there are two people here. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm gonna go post about this somewhere else as well. Where is that fucking cat? Like, Jesus. So where is this? Like, Saumitra was one of the reasons why this is happening as well. Mostly because Saumitra told me, like, hey, you should talk about this. I'm like, yes. I mean, I offered. I'm so gonna cut this off. Like, Jesus, the first thing that gets cut off when this gets uploaded is this part. Oh, by the way, I do love you guys. Thank you. I'm sorry, this is actually quite important to the discussion on what they are doing to this world. And why did I just remember this? Like, okay, why? Like, whenever you want something to happen, like, shit. I mean, blow your mind. Like, how? Like, you know. Or like blow as in what Trump did to Baba, whatever. Hold on. Hazel is online. Fuck. Sorry. Fuck. Jesus. Hazel is online. That is the. Found it. Someone call Bliss. Bliss, come back. We found her. Jesus Christ. Okay. Test. I say one. Use like drop. Be ready with any emoji. One. Geez, it's still back. I don't know why. I mean, if I text like if I text it, it comes immediately. When I am asking you to do it, it's like it takes like a while to come in. I don't know why. Anyway, fuck that. So, first of all, if you can watch, like, subscribe to Hazel is online. She is amazing. Yeah. So, let's start. Okay. So we are going to talk about air pollution in Jharkhand. We are going to talk about the protests in Jharkhand, and we are going to talk about how the things are in fucking Delhi. Again, I know, because there is not enough conversation you can have about Delhi and air pollution, how fucked it is. So first, we are going to start with something known as what happens when like companies are involved in messaging about climate, like how they change like global warming to climate change by paying for it, to be like, hey, global warming sounds very dangerous, so we are going to change it to climate change, so people are not that pissed off at it. One of the things that they recently did was change headlines of like papers, like
today. The good news is that the International Energy Agency
now I don't know why this is not playing a video.
just released a report saying,
Can people hear it, or is it just me who can't? Okay.
the end of the fossil fuel era is nigh. Renewables are soon going to eclipse them because of their high supply and low price. And then Trump saw that and was like, "Nah." And
Hold on. Something has gone bad. Hold on. Okay.
and his energy secretary was like, "Change it," and then they changed it. So now it says that oil and gas demand is not going to peak until 2050. So what they did was basically add a new projection, the current policies projection, which is basically to be like, oh, what if everything stayed the same? Actually, what if nothing changed just for you? Boop. And the projection that shows fossil fuels peaking and renewables eclipsing them is still there. It's just not the headline anymore, which is kind of a good news, bad news situation today. The good news is that the International Energy Agency just released a report saying the end of the fossil fuel era is nigh. Renewables are soon going to eclipse them because of their high supply and low price.
So the thing that happened is that just because they wanted to keep the shareholders happy, they changed the entire parameter of what the story actually meant. The story meant that we can phase out coal entirely. That is what every single person is talking about. But what they are trying to do now is make you feel like, oh, we can't phase out anything. We can't change anything because, oh no, the fossil fuel industry is going to die. So what ends up happening is that there is no change because the people don't know what to do. They don't shit. Okay, so I'm okay. So that is the thing that is going on right now. And the other thing is, there's a good chance that I have something open here that is making me hear my own voice. Okay. So, what else? Yeah, this is probably, yeah, that was the reason why. Half the time, this is so fucking bullshit. Anyway, what we are going to do, so what is happening in Jharkhand? Let's go back to this. Jharkhand is facing a protest against the Adani group for opening a coal mining initiative, a coal mine, and that is going to ruin the entirety of Jharkhand and the entirety of tribal region. The government does not care. We know that the government does not care because they pay, like, BJP gets paid a lot of money by the Adani and Ambani government, Adani and Ambani companies. I said she was Canadian. The other person was Indian. not her. Sorry, my bad. So yeah, anyway. So the thing is that when anything needs to get done in India, the first thing that the Adani and Ambani's do is call up Modi and make sure everything goes straightforward. This protest has been going on since like 2020 at this point. People have been covering it for like the past 2 years. These are tribals. Their land is worth saving. If anyone who says otherwise is just lying to you at this point. And it is their land. It was given to them by law. But then we are going to see like how the law has, there's so much confusion in law, because on one hand, like there is a law that states that you can't take tribal land away. There is this other law, like the Panchayat law, that is saying that, oh, but we can decide to. And only one of them is being listened to. The one that is in favor of the biggest donor of the BJP that is currently in power. So let's read. Thousands gather in Jharkhand's Hazirabad to protest against the Adani coal project. Call them East India Company of Free India. The revolutionary tribal song blasted through the speakers as people marched towards one of the biggest Mahapanchayats ever held in Bharka Gaon block, located in Hazirabad district of Jharkhand. Gaon chodab nahi, jungle chodab nahi, main mati chodab nahi, ladai chodab nahi. We will not leave our homes, nor our forests, nor our mother earth. We will not give up the fight. A tribal song initially written by Bhagwan Manji, a prominent Adivasi leader involved in the struggle against bauxite mining and industrialization in Kashipura region in Odisha, echoed through Harli village, where the Mahapanchayat took place on Friday. So, why is the protest happening? It is a coal-rich state in Jharkhand. A small village called Gondhalpura has become the hub of the protest against Adani Enterprises. For the past 2 years, the people of Gondhalpura have been resisting the proposed coal mining project. Now, we are going to see this later. The coal mining project has been granted without talking to the people, which is the biggest no-no ever. You do not have a projects like this without talking to the people who are directly affected. But again, this is the government of India. This is the government of Jharkhand that has been historically been siding with industrialists, not the people of the state. The land has already been sold on paper to Adani. Did anyone ask the people that actually live on the land? No, they just gave it away. The other thing to note is that BJP doesn't just buy this land for a price. They buy it for like 1 rupee, 10 rupees, 100 rupees per acre, which is stealing by every single aspect of it. I don't know if Hemant Soren is involved in this. Hold on, I need to check. Yeah, I mean, yes. He's currently the chief minister. So yeah, I would say yes. Like, you're expecting a lot from people who are only interested in monetary politics. Why did I forget the name of Hemant Soren being the chief minister of Jharkhand? Okay. See, he's the one who signed the thing, right? Like, to sell the land directly. Like, do you really expect like the chief minister of a state not know that a lot of his land is being sold off to the Adani group for pennies on the dollar? The catch here is that the project was given approval without the consent of its people, a pattern observed in most of the approved projects. So also, this is not the first project that happened, right? This is just the current protest that is going on. The protest has been going on for a very long time, and there is a reason why we need to support them. We must support them, honestly. We cannot not support these people, because these people are... See, you have to understand this. These people who are protesting right now are the only reason why you can survive. Because these people are protesting for your sake as well. even though they do not know this, even they might not, this might not be their intention from it, but these are the people who for because of whose protests you are able to breathe clean air wherever you're living. You can be in Maharashtra, you can be anywhere. We are going to talk about Delhi later. Don't worry. Delhi specifically is affected so much by coal power plants. Like there was like NDTV also did, like I found an interview with the scientist in NDTV. Like he is the even like the scientist being very careful not to annoy the government, but even when he's trying not to annoy, you can see the problem is there, and we'll get to it. So, the villagers allege that the fake Gram Sabha was conducted through which they came to know about the project. Since then, there has been a constant fight by the people of Godhalpura and the 4 other villages. They didn't tell the people, by the way, that we are taking your land away. This was just taken away and given to Adani. In August this year, the protest grew larger as many other people joined in to reject any coal mining projects in the region. If someone can find me a link so we can donate to the protest directly, that would be nice. I don't know if they will, because this is like a tribal protest. Like they don't have access to anything. Dr. Malesh Kumar Dangi, an activist and member of the Azadi Bachao Andolan, which is at the forefront of the protest, explained that the Mahapanchayat was a way for people to reject any claim of approval for these protests. Because like in India, we still have like governance of the people. Like the panchayats actually work on the idea of self-governance. And the panchayats like approve this project without the people getting a vote. Normally, everyone gets a vote. This doesn't happen here. In this region, there are 3 major coal blocks, while in total there are 7 coal blocks. The government, under pressure from companies, keeps doing fake Gram Sabhas, and people protest against it. This means it is the company that the government is listening to. So we decide that this time, let us hold a Mahapanchayat to give our own answer, he added. See, this is what I keep talking about. This is what I keep screaming about. People need to get their shit together and protest. Like this. You know why? Because see, a lot of times the companies decide a lot of things for us, which is not good for us. It's good for the company. Like that's capitalism. And we need to start talking about this kind of shit and start being participating in this kind of shit. Because if we do literally nothing about it, what's end up going to happen is they're going to bulldoze our entire lives, and we are just going to be there watching with no one helping us, because the other people are also thinking, it's happening to them, doesn't matter, it's not happening to me. That's the problem. We need to start protesting more. There is the consciousness of India needs to arise again, because we were a very conscious people once upon a time, as seen within this protest as well. Like people in villages are extremely conscious about their lives. People in the cities have forgotten that the consciousness of our democracy is based around protesting. It is not based around voting. It is not based around some heroistic politician coming in and saving our lives, or like a opposition party that's going to say the truth every single time. No, it is not. It is based on people getting their shit together, people going out and people protesting. Because like the consciousness of India lies within our protests. We were free because of them. We continue to be free until very recently, or not so very recently, because of the protests that we do, not because of anything else. We used to have protests every single month of things that we were forced into doing. Wearing a yellow kurta and a fiery youth named Bhupinder Kumar vented his frustrations. Adani and the NTPC are the East India Company of Free India, which is true. They see, East India Company was an authoritarian ruling faction, which is what Adani Group is right now. The other way the way our ancestors were fighting the British, we are feeling the same way. Yeah, exactly. That's what you need. We have no support from the state government nor the central government. They are not going to give you support. I don't know why anyone ever expects help from the BJP. They work for the Adanis. We have no one behind us. I mean, yes, that is true. If ever this, let's say, podcast or whatever gets big enough, we will support them directly if we can. They are all trying to snatch our land from us. We are feeling helpless, he said angrily. And this is not a new thing for the Adani Ambanis. They have done this before. Like Dharavi project wasn't carried out like taking into consideration the people of Dharavi as well. NTPC is currently developing 6 coal blocks directly allocated to it, along with the one additional block at Patratu Vidyut Udyadan Nigam Limited, a joint venture with the Jharkhand government. Yeah, comes back to if Hemant Soren knew about this. He does. He doesn't care. Like, पैसा आ रहा है ना अदानी अंबानी से और क्या घंटा चाहिए. Guys, like the stream and share the stream, please. According to the Land Conflict Watch, the Pakri Barvidha mining site is located on a mix of forest land and private agricultural, affecting 23 villages. Yeah, but the sad thing is most will blame these people for protesting against the project that will generate employment. Like Modi ko factory nahi banane doge to employment kahan se aayega? Yes, but that is why we are doing this, right? Like अगर हम ही like ऐसा बोलेंगे तो how is things gonna ever change? That's why I say, like, if you don't, we have to do like, we as a people of India have like the biggest what do you say, biggest hurdle in front of us, that is like the Godi media and the propaganda machine. So we have to fight WhatsApp, we have to fight Telegram, we have to fight Facebook. तो बात तो करना चालू करना पड़ेगा ही ना भाई. अगर बात नहीं करोगे तो कुछ फर्क पड़ने ही नहीं वाला है. Like when people start saying like they are blaming like these people, tell them the truth. Tell them that, hey, you are not correct, I'm sorry, like these people have a right. Send them to this channel if you want, please do. We need to grow further so we can highlight these issues for people and hopefully get me arrested eventually. A lot of people would be happy. And if we don't talk, no one else is going to. Like, I'm just not talking here so like you guys can listen and not say anything. I am talking here in this idea that oh shit, how long was this off? Anyway, so the thing that I was saying, yes, the reason why I'm saying this is, oh, perfect. I'm getting better. See, now it's not 5 minutes. So the reason why I'm saying this is because like I want you guys to go and talk to other people about this. I want you guys to have a conversation with at least 3 other people about this, where you can tell people that, hey, what is happening here is wrong. We need to support the protesters. They are the one in the right. And if nothing else, like push them back to this thing. We need to grow as a people as well. Like, this is also a community. This is not just a channel that I'm doing for myself. This is not something that is ever going to be monetized, to be honest with you. This is a community that I wanted to build for us so we can talk about these things and spread our ideas, because India does not like, that's why this format as well, because Indian like more or less does not have this format. Indians do not make communities anymore. We are within our corporate bubble. We do not look outside the door anymore. And the only people that are fighting the good fight and the only people that are protecting us are these villagers and are these protesters. Because at the end of the day, the people of Jharkhand are going to fare far better because of this protest than if there wasn't any. Because air pollution. Anyway. Let me just quickly change this. Yeah, perfect. According to the where were we? According to the land conflict watch. The Bharwadid mining site is located on a mix of forest and private land, affecting 23 fucking villages. I'm so sorry. Protests have erupted over the lack of consultation with the affected families, a recurring pattern observed in Godhalpura as well. Villagers allege that even the Gram Panchayat, which should be consulted per local government norms, was bypassed in the decision making. This is not a new thing. Kumar emphasized that the fake Gram Sabha was held and divisions were created among the people so that the companies could grab the land. Yes. They have made fake promises of jobs, houses and compensation to the people, he added. Meanwhile, Muhammad Azhar, a resident of Badam village, said that the people do not trust the company as it does not fulfill its promises. Obviously, it's not. You should not be trusting companies, period. Companies are not made for you. Companies are made for profiting the shareholders. You are not the shareholders. If you were the shareholders of the company, in this system, you would be extremely rich and not part of the village. The only way you are the shareholders of a company like this is if you live in a communist or a socialist society. The compensations that we are being given is low. First of all, no one is ever giving you enough compensation whatsoever, because you lose your land, you lose your air. But overall, with the coming of the company, we will suffer a massive loss. That is true. Also, the brotherhood we have will be broken because of this company. That is true. The protest is joined by all communities in the region, including tribals, Dalits, OBCs, and Muslims. Although the tribals reside deep in the hills, they have come together to join hands for a larger cause. The company tries to divide us based on caste because in Jharkhand, caste plays a vital role. See, that's what they do. That's why caste politics is so important for the politicians. Because if there is movement, any movement, the first thing they'll say like, oh, how is this caste with this caste, and try to create issues. They'll actually feed in people into the protest that will create this issue within it. Also, yeah, like, share and subscribe. I'm just taking a few seconds here to see. Yes. Perfect. Sorry, waiting, think. Azhar, on the other hand, said that there's an anger among the people on how companies have behaved previously. However, he added that any decision to let the company in will be taken only if there is a benefit for the villagers. That's the thing. There's not going to be any benefit to the villagers whatsoever. I say that as someone who has been within environmental, let's say, environmental research, law, and politics. Like, whenever there is something like this, the villagers and the people who survive off the land are always the first ones affected and are always the people who lose a lot. Like, no amount of monetary benefit is going to change the fact that they are losing their land, or they're losing their clean air, or they're losing their water. A 10-point pledge was released in which people vowed to continue protesting against the coal and other things. Yes, that's why we need to talk about this. That's why we need to push for this. That's why we need to make more people understand what is happening. There was also a protest that happened in 2024 where people actually died. Police in October 4th, 2024, police fired shots at villagers where they were attempting to remove barricades set up by Adani. Although no one was injured, the police action was condemned by the activists. Savanti Kumar, resident of Harli village, who was also joined in the protest, said the NTPC, which came earlier, had harassed people, displaced them, and ruined their lives. They're going to ruin the environment and our land with these projects. All of us share the same thought, and we don't want these projects to destroy the environment, she added. Yes. See, the people also told Maktoub that fake FIRs were being filed against them to stop their protests. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, that is such a playbook of these people, man. Like, they'll do everything to harass and intimidate. Every single thing, only because donation ज़्यादा मिल गया ये महीने Adani Ambani से for the BJP coffers. There's also this. This is from October 17, 2024. Like, all of this has been happening for a very long time, because this is nearly the same news article. They didn't even have to change much because that's literally what has happened again and again and again. And these people are fighting the good fight, trying to protect our, like India. They're trying to protect the India and the air of India. And we don't even know about it. That is the saddest part. And this has been going on since, no, this is new. So when was this? Yeah, so this is a 7-year-old article, nearly a 7+-year-old article. Yeah, some off-topic stuff. Check Railway Twitter account, fact-checking Kamra Peak Comedy Lamao. Yeah, we'll check it in a bit. Let's just finish this first. So I think Adani Ambani are at a point that no one can go fully against them, not even Rahul Gandhi, and then we'll have the corporate with them. Yeah, watch me. Like I'm going to do that. I don't care. Gaand mara hai. Anyway, so this is like 7 years old. Like Adani coal-fired power plants to send electricity to Bangladesh. So this isn't even like, they are not even building the coal power plants to give it to the people of India. They're doing it for Bangladesh. If it's going to happen right now because of all of the bullshit that these people have done, I don't know. But it was happening, and they're still going forward with it. Like agar India Bangladesh mein war bhi ho gaya na, Modi is going to make sure that Adani Ambani get their money from it. So uska tension mat lo. These guys are going to be safe. Goda in the Indian state of Jharkhand is surrounded by the country's most productive coal mines. It has also been the home to Adani Group's largest coal-fired power plant, a plant built for the sole purpose of sending electricity across the border to Bangladesh. And this is 7 years ago. They have finished all of this. They have done all of this. There's a reason why Adani is not just the richest person in India. It is also like the second or third richest person in Australia. This is not important right now. This is we are going to watch this first because they explain this a lot better. And by that time, go share this with people. We need to grow people, and I don't want to devolve to doing like short form content for something like this. Please, I need that help. Guys, before I'll be back in a second, please do watch this though. Like, this is important.
We can't really see anything except mines all the way up to the horizon. That's huge!
अनाज भी नहीं होए ना कुछ नहीं हो यहाँ.
Disgusting.
तो अभी सरकार कही कि तुम दूसर जगह जात कहाँ ठे जाई हम.
This is a violation. This is a historical injustice at all levels.
I am addicted to these, but I never really stop to think about what powers my gadgets. What I do know is that there's a fast-growing need for more energy. So I'm here in India, where 2/3 of the electricity still comes from coal, which is considered the cheapest fuel. I want to find out its true cost. Oh my God! This is crazy! Korba district in central India is a major power hub and home to some of the biggest mines on the planet. Wow, everybody's got their faces covered because there's just so much dust. Can you feel it? It's all over my face. I spent a lot of days reading about coal and coal mining in this country, but seeing the mines on both sides of the road, all the way to the horizon, is a scale that you can't comprehend unless you're here.
Sorry guys, yeah, I'm back.
India is the second largest producer and consumer of coal in the world after China. And the demand for energy is rising faster here than anywhere else. Unlike in the US or the UK where natural gas was found, India currently has no large-scale replacements for coal yet. With its abundant reserves and no major
So the reason why India does not have large replacements of coal is because all of the things that you need to replace coal, which is like the political will, the governmental will, the every single kind of will that there is, they have removed. Because Adani and Ambani have made sure by their lobbying and just directly giving money to the political parties that there is no alternative left, because the world has moved on from coal. I'm not joking. The world has moved on to most parts from coal. The only reason why coal is so prominent in India right now is because of Adani and Ambani.
major alternatives, coal remains the cheapest and easiest source of energy. And so extraction continues. In June 2020, the Prime Minister announced 41 new blocks spanning around 470 square kilometers of land would be open for mining. And in February 2021, the number stood at 75. But burning coal is already driving emissions dramatically up worldwide, and the pollution from the toxic smoke is now responsible for 1 in 5 deaths globally. Arguably, the most dire impacts of coal mining are local. I'm going to go meet communities that live around mines like this to understand the impact of coal on their lives. We're on our way to a village so remote that it's not even on the map. And in fact, it's not even a road. This is one among tens of thousands of villages that lie within India's mining belts. Around 2/3 of the region's inhabitants are tribal or indigenous. Kendai village is literally sitting on a mine that has hollowed out the ground beneath it. The 31 indigenous families here live with the consequences of their extreme proximity to a coal mine every day. Malmati is a member of the tribe here called the Pandu and was born in this forest. She wants to show me what has now happened to their source of fresh water. It's completely black, full of coal and ash.
तो ये भी भर के तो फिर खेत में जाते वहाँ तो अनाज नहीं हो नहीं हर नांगर बैला नहीं चलाते पूरा नुकसान बैठ गई सैसने ये जैसे बैठे हैं वैसने बैठ गई ये मालमाहर बैठ जाते.
The stream here is toxic, thick with the ash that remains after the extracted coal is washed, as well as with remnants of dynamite that was used to blast the ground. The coal mining company was asked to provide fresh piped water instead, but that is filthy too.
So what the chemicals that are inside the water here is called as forever chemicals. These are POPs. These chemicals do not go out of the system. They recirculate within the water column, which means that all of the heavier compounds are going to be in that system forever. Like scientifically speaking, not forever, but like at least a couple 100 million years. I don't think if anyone can survive.
तो जानवर नहीं पिए तो हम पिए बेला
तो आपको आप पीते हैं तो क्या होता है आपको?
मूड दर्द करत है सर्दी बुखार आ जाते है पानी में.
While we were talking, things were getting heated up on the other side of the village. The people from the mining company have seen people with cameras come here, so they've come to inspect the water. And of course, the tribal community is very angry that they've only come today, and so things are getting pretty intense. What they want to explain is that this is the kind of water that they have to drink every day. So this boy is filling a bottle of water to send back with these representatives to their bosses so they can visually see the kind of water that comes here and these people are forced to drink.
See, this is a thing like this is what, like 4 years ago, and they have like this was 4 years ago, and these were guys were just starting, and they are so active. I feel so good for, like, not because they are suffering, but because of the fact that there are still good people in this world who choose to do better for the people around them. Like, I know they don't have a choice here, but this makes me very hopeful that things can change and things will change eventually.
So we went to the mine next door to give them a chance to respond to allegations of pollution and hear their side of the story. We had permission to film in the underground mine weeks before we went, but when we got there, they refused to speak to us or let us film.
It's just really disappointing that we're not allowed in here.
Coal-rich central India is home to some of the most biodiverse forests on the planet. So aside from local water and soil pollution, extracting coal, which is considered to be in national interest, also means destroying large tracts of old-growth forests. Even according to government estimates, 164,000 hectares of forest land have been lost to mining here since the 1950s. Millions of indigenous people live in these forests. The rush for coal and other natural resources is displacing communities here on an unprecedented scale. And this has remained largely underreported. I saw this story play out in every village I visited here. Some from the Gond community had already been displaced from their ancestral lands. Some from the Dhanuhar community were about to be displaced. And others believed their turn would come at some point. Ramesh Sharma is a renowned independent land rights activist who works to improve legal and institutional support for communities here, which are at the risk of losing their land to mining. We sat down for a chat about why the country is still investing in coal mining.
The reason why the number of coal
The actual reason, I don't know what he's going to say, I haven't checked. But the reason why is because the people who pay the BJP their coffers, even the Congress, it doesn't matter. Like, this is like not, this is a bipartisan thing. This is not like a specific issue for like any particular party. But these guys pay a lot of money to political parties to keep their business running. That is the only reason. There is no other reason to this.
coal mines has actually increased in an alarming rate over past few years because there's a massive urbanization, there's a massive demand for the power. But that's not an excuse because...
See, that is... I understand he's saying that is not an excuse, but this is not because of urbanization whatsoever. This is not for urbanization. Urbanization can happen like very environmentally as well. You can do this. The specific reason why coal is used here is for the money for the people. Like, people need to understand, a coal-powered power plant just means you're using coal instead of literally anything else to heat the water that runs the fans. You can use solar to do it. You can produce electricity directly from solar. You can use the wind to do it. That is how a wind power plant works. It generates electricity from the magnetic circuit, like when magnets move across a thing, it produces electricity. Or you can use solar to actually heat up water and produce the necessary heat, like necessary heat to boil water, and then use like the fan to generate the electricity. But all of that, like using a fan and heat and steam in the middle, is extremely inefficient. What is efficient here is using solar directly, because we are at that point right now. We were there 4 years ago as well. Just there is like, but the problem is Adani has like contracts, and I'm not kidding, you can go check. Adani has contracts that stipulate that the company has to buy bad coal from other countries for the next 10 years. So they are like, oh, we are going to pay down the government to make more coal so we can make more money of the contracts that we did 4 or 5 years ago, even though everyone was screaming that coal is going to go out. So that is the only reason why this is happening. There's no other reason. I'm sorry. Like, there is no urbanization excuse anymore. It was an excuse like 10, 20 years ago. And I'm sorry to this guy. He looks old. Like, I know he means really well, but on like the research does like it's not even an excuse urbanization anymore. Urbanization is a lie. Like, there is no reason for it.
Because again, I would say that that depends on our consumption pattern, our whole consumerism. So if you are not really ready to listen, the people who are actually suffered, the people who are the victims, the people who are actually sacrificed for your power production, for getting 24/7 electricity in the big cities, we cannot say that some villages have to be live in the dark. So this is our moral responsibility to listen to all those people.
We contacted the coal ministry to address the allegations of the people we met in Korba. But they did not give us a date to be interviewed in the weeks before the publication of this piece. While we were still in the region, the community with the polluted water received some news they wanted to share.
The community at Kendai have invited us for dinner tonight.
The celebratory welcome they extended to us as visitors was in stark contrast to the news the village head, Jansai, wanted to share. This area has just been surveyed and they have been notified that it will become an open cast mine, which means that any day now this community will be evicted from the forest.
यहाँ मोर जिंदगी पला था और हरा भांजा में रहन बाघवा में चितवा में भलुआ में हर जातों में कहे माँ हमार जीवन खुशल मंगल रही.
Of the 31 families here, 7 do not have entitlement deeds to prove they belong here. The government is responsible for rehabilitating those with papers. While mining has displaced people around the world, from Germany to Zimbabwe, the history of rehabilitation in India is especially poor. Since 1951, over 2.5 million people have been displaced by mines, and less than a quarter were rehabilitated.
तो अभी सरकार कही कि तुम दूसर जगह जात कहाँ ठे जाई हमार वो जंगल के हमार जैसे ये जंगल के टोर हैं तैसने टोर के बना के हम के दे आए. कोई भाई के हमन दुश्मन बनाने की कोशिश नहीं है. बाकी हमार धरती ला बचाव है.
गैया जितना है ना पूरा काला पानी पूरा साफ पानी.
In the morning, they led me into the forest to show me why they are adamant about not leaving this place. The Pandos use tools, including bows and arrows, to collect fruits from the forest.
He's talking about the coal company and how it's completely destroyed their forest and their kanda, which is this kind of tuber.
Their main source of nutrition is a kind of tuber they dig out of the ground. They are largely a self-sustaining community living off the forest.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Oh my god, it's delicious. It's super fresh and it's really cold and it's amazing.
Driving through the coal belt, we saw defunct mines everywhere, where extraction once boomed, but now nothing remains but blots on the landscape.
Oh, it's completely barren. There used to be 2 villages that were here before the mine came and set up about 22 years ago, and now the villages have gone and the mine has shut down. And there's nothing left here, no people, no forests, no coal.
Mines normally have a lifespan of only a few decades. As the deeper you go, the less economical it becomes to operate them. So new ones open, while hundreds silently shut down across the country. This entire land behind me would have once been expansive forest full of biodiversity and home to a number of indigenous communities. When you factor in the social and environmental cost, coal doesn't seem so cheap anymore. This
See,
is the
coal is not
question we
cheap.
need to ask.
Coal is not cheap because the problem here is that the coal that seeps into the ground and the coal and its constituents that are burnt to produce electricity, it seeps into the ground because none of them are properly gotten rid of, and it's not possible to get rid of. The air becomes poisoned, the ground becomes poisoned. The thing can grow even if you want to grow something over there anymore because of the coal production. Coal is one of the most expensive sources of energy production there is. The only difference is that a lot of times when you make coal, you only are checking like the end price of the electricity that is produced. You are not checking the ecological price of it or the personal price of the people who have to live around this place. If you take that into consideration, the cheapest one is solar, and even if you don't, the cheapest one still is solar. We'll get to it why. And this is also a problem around Delhi. I'm not joking. One of the reasons why Delhi is so polluted is also this. We'll get to it in like a second. I mean, a few.
How do we balance growth and the need for development with the health and rights of local communities and the environment?
Solar. Solar is the answer.
If you have suggestions or ideas, write them in the comment section below. And for more videos like this, subscribe.
See, if you have more ideas, don't write them in the comment section. I mean, do comment. Please do comment. That helps. But also go to a protest. Go support the protests in Jharkhand. Find a way, and if you can right now, find a way where we can donate to these protests if you can't join them personally, because it is important. And on that note, share this live right now, and then share the videos that I'm going to post after this, because I am doing we need to talk about this more. Seriously. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about, this is an extreme issue right now. It is. Coal power plants are a problem, and one of the reasons why Delhi is always so polluted as well is because of coal. The same thing that Adani and Ambani are trying to do in Jharkhand is the same thing that they have done for Delhi as well. Let me show you something. Okay? Check this. I just googled for Delhi number of thermal power plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the middle of the city, 6, 7. You know what they do? They pollute your fucking air. They pollute the shit out of your air. And it's not because you don't have any other options in Delhi. You do have other options in solar. But Adani Ambani have contracts that they have to fulfill where they need to buy X amount of coal from other countries, shit coal, not even good coal, and then have to produce. And that's why they are fucking choking you. Because unka contract ho chuka hai and can't change it, because abhi if we build a solar power plant, we'll lose money. That is the problem. That's why they don't let other companies as well build solar power plants. That's why they have changed laws. Adani and Ambani together have made sure that laws are changed so that coal power plants happen, so that they can be paid by the people. See, and you are paying for this. You're paying for the electricity, and then you're paying for all of this in your health. There is no one or two about it. Because of all of this shit, you are losing out. And it's also especially in Delhi, it's also the fireworks. It's also some of it is stubble burning, not really, but fine. And it's also the cars. But one of the main things is the coal power plants and the cement manufacturing. There is this interview that happened on NDTV a year ago. Like, look at this.
Center for Science and Environment has found in a research study that most of the thermal power plants in and around the Delhi NCR region are not strictly following the pollution emission norms. I have with me Nivit Yadav, who is the program director.
Okay, see, first of all, there are way too many coal-powered power plants as we see before. The second thing of it is, they don't follow regulations. It is clear they are not going to. The third thing is, we are not supposed to have this many of these power plants in the first place. We had signed a pledge saying we are not going to build coal power plants. What did the Modi government do? Built a coal power plant.
Director of Center for Science and Environment Industrial Pollution Unit. What are the larger outcomes you found in your research?
See, we tried to understand through this research that how many thermal power plants within the vicinity of 300 kilometers are complying with the 2015 thermal power plant norms. And our outcome shows that.
So the 2015 thermal power plant norms are already norms that have been watered down to adjust to companies, and even the watered down norms they are not following. Like, no wonder Delhi is so fucked.
Shows that only 2 thermal power plants, NTPC Dadri and CLP Jhajjar, have installed sulfur dioxide control equipment. Rest 9 are on some kind of implementation phase, but they have still not installed. 3 of the thermal power plants are still not meeting the particulate matter norms, and 4 thermal power plants are not meeting the NOx norm. And this shows the lack of seriousness on the part of this thermal power plant. These, for controlling PM and NOx, technology, knowledge, understanding is there. You only need little bit operation and maintenance to reduce the emission. But still, you can see 3 and 4. 3 plants are not meeting PM norm, 4 plants are not meeting NOx norm. Shows that the lack of seriousness on the part of regulator as well as on the part of this thermal power plant. And unfortunately, our regulators are not doing anything. What they are doing? Only extending the deadline one after another. And that is the sad part of all this biggest.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the sad part of all of this. It is what they are going to keep doing because they are being allowed to do by the government, because they pay the government directly to be allowed to do this.
So, Nivit, the next question, of course, is related with what you have found, is that what is the degree share of these thermal power plants in the total pollution load in Delhi?
See, when you talk about total pollution load in Delhi, it's come from vehicular pollution, construction and demolition waste, waste burning, small scale and large scale industries, and thermal power plant. And when it comes to the thermal power plant, it is around 8%. But here you have to.
There's one more thing. The 8% thing is direct per day pollution and whatever on similar notes. But power plant pollution is permanent pollution. It keeps cycling within the system. You have to understand that, which means that the actual load of it is cumulative. It is not like ek bar ho gaya and khatam ho gaya. This cycles around.
To also look into the aspect that thermal power plant uses coal and sometimes which has high sulfur dioxide, sulfur content. And when it comes out, it forms sulfate and becomes a particulate matter, and which is very harmful to the human health. PM 2.5 is very harmful to the human health, and one of the important sources thermal power plant. So it is becoming a very serious issue, not only in Delhi NCR but throughout the India, where thermal power plant are using coal with high sulfur content.
Right. So the next question is that another study has been conducted by.
See, this is the bad coal that everyone keeps talking about. Like, all coal is bad, but among this, we are still using the worst form of the bad coal.
IIT Kanpur, IIT Delhi and TERI, which shows that the transport sector remains the biggest polluter in the Delhi NCR region. How serious is this issue?
I completely agree with it. See, Since, if you look at for last 20 years, since 2001 to 2023, okay, lot of work has been done to control the vehicular emission. We have
See, now this is what you call deflection. A lot of times, so this guy is a scientist from the government. Obviously, he's going to deflect in favor of the government. There's a lot of things that happen in like all of these propaganda pieces that we saw before, right? With like what Hazel is online said. And this has happened before. Like the reason why climate change is a term now and not global warming was before. They didn't realize, oh, we were wrong about climate change. It's actually we were wrong about global warming. It's climate change now. No, they deflected. They're like, oh, global warming doesn't sound that bad. So, global warming is sounds very bad. So what we are going to do, we are going to push for everyone using the word climate change because it sounds more correct, but it also sounds more nice. Similarly, there's another thing here. It is called as the personal carbon footprint. Suna hoga. Personal carbon footprint is what you as a person are supposed to be responsible for. This is what they're talking about. Oh, sabka carbon footprint is very high. That's why we have all of this problem. No, this is a corporate lie. I am not even kidding. Your personal carbon footprint means shit in front of the carbon footprint of these companies. But उनका जो behemoth carbon footprint है to get their attention away from this to getting the attention to oh, you have to be personally responsible for all of this, and so companies can get their free pass to do whatever the fuck they want. That's why the whole concept was created and is pushed so bad. This guy that we are looking at right now is one of the people who is promoting it, and he might be doing it completely innocently without knowing any of it. That's why I'm even if you are especially a scientist, you need to start studying your own shit, because this is becoming too much. Blaming people for their carbon footprint while completely giving a free pass to the power plants for not following regulations, first of all being way too many of them, and then out top of which using bad things, worse things, what you're already doing is bad, but now you're using things that are even worse. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? And why would you ever deflect from that topic, especially when you're giving a live thing?
Move from BS 3, 4, 5, and now we are trying to move to BS 6. But important thing is, this is something where people's involvement has to come. A study shows vehicular pollution contributes as much as 44%. Now how it can be reduced? We have to move towards cleaner fuel. Government of Delhi has to make sure the public transport system is strengthened in the city, not only in the city but in the NCR region, where people are encouraged to move from personal vehicle to the metros and buses.
This
you can
is
see
extremely important
Delhi
to do, where people need to start moving from personal vehicles to metros. But this conversation started off about coal-based thermal power plants. This is called deflection that they do. This is called what the companies want you to do as people who talk about this stuff online. That's why NDTV went from, oh, talk to me about this, and oh, government ka problem hai. Let's talk about the personal footprint that you have. We need to understand all of these small tricks that they do to make you feel responsible for this when the companies are. So you don't get pissed off at the companies and you get pissed off at people individually.
We still need 5,000 more buses, and this is the story for last 5 years. So apart from vehicular pollution, you have to also look into the aspect of no parking policy in the region. People with no parking policy have numbers of cars, and where they are parking it is on the road. Delhi is not about cannot place. Delhi is about area like Kalkaji, Tughlaqabad, Sangam Vihar, Khanpur, Tigdi, Chhatarpur, where you will see jam throughout the day. And what is the main reason behind it? It's a poor parking policy. So like when you look at the bigger aspect of Delhi air pollution, you have to solve the vehicular pollution as well as come out with a strong parking policy.
Right. Thank
The whole thing ended with, like, look at it. The whole thing ended with him saying, we need like a parking policy in place instead of, oh, we need to keep the companies in check from polluting our fucking lungs directly. What would you say to this? Like, seriously, what would you say to this? This is not just a one-off thing. This is a playbook. I am not kidding. This is quite literally a playbook because these guys are directly paid to say, like, hey, pehle you start with this information. You start with this, like, हाँ ये playbook है हमारा. Like, this is what is happening. You give them the information so nobody can blame you for lying, but then divert the conversation to, like, to what is your personal footprint? What is your shit that you have to do? Why are you not doing better? So, like, it's okay. Like, don't look at us like we are like the power plant companies that we are not going to suffer for this anyway. So don't look at us. Don't look at all the pollution we are creating. You say about you, why haven't you switched to like electric car or metro? But don't look at us like our foot, like this is like comparing. Yeah, like it is a playbook. I am telling it, I'm like being very clear. This is a playbook that has been going on from the 1970s. This is not like something new. Deflection. Main problem is Adani Ambani. Main problem is the coal power plants around Delhi, in Jharkhand and the coal mines. But उन पे कोई देखना नहीं चाहता because like whenever you start speaking about it, they are like, oh, but personal carbon footprint का क्या? Personal carbon footprint was a lie to begin with. Calm down. I have to calm down. Jesus, मैं ज़्यादा ही गुस्सा करता हूँ इन पे. Like मेरा बहुत फटती है. Like मेरी बहुत like गुस्सा मेरा फट जाता है सीधा. Whenever I hear this, because I've been hearing things for the longest time. Like hell, I used to believe this. I was part of the problem once upon a time. And no one talks about this, which pisses me off even more. Literally no one talks about this shit. किसको घंटा फर्क पड़ी नहीं होती है. हाँ भाई आगे आखिरी में. So we were talking about all of the issues with like Delhi pollution and how like the coal power plants around Delhi are one of the major reasons why Delhi is polluted. We were also talking about the Jharkhand protests for like an hour. Anyway, you should, guys, please share and ask people to subscribe. I do not want to end up in this position where we are not growing from like the 34 subscribers. Let's grow. Seriously, push this forward. This is a community. And trust me, if I ever get monetized, I'm paying most of you, if not all of you, if you end up becoming mods or something. So push this forward. Yeah, I know, Anup. It is a good topic. You should have come early, man. You should have come earlier. Itna badbad ho gaya. We watched like so much. So I would say go back and watch this. I would be gobsmacked if they do anything about the situation around exploitation of natural resources. They're not going to do anything. We have to make them do shit. We have to force them to act. We have to force them to work. That is why we need to protest. If you guys, and I've said this before, I'll say this again. There is a protest going on in Jharkhand. There is a protest by the tribals that is going on in Jharkhand that is helping the people of Jharkhand have clean air. No one knows about this. No one even is talking about this. They are the reason why the people of Jharkhand can breathe. So, in lieu of that, if anyone can find any links or any people that we can either donate to, or any one of us can go and be part of those protests, please do. I am not even joking. Please do be part of these things. These things are important. Your life is important. And this is an intersectional protest as well. Other than UCs, there is everyone according to the news. There is Muslims, there is Dalits, there is other backward class, there's STs, there are SCs, there's Adivasis, there are tribals. Everyone has come together to protest against Adani and Ambani's coal power plants. So in any way, if you can support these protests, please do. Please do. The other thing we were going to look at was what Bliss sent. We will see it. I don't know if I can comment on it because I don't know if I can, because I haven't watched it. Yeah. What did it go? What is misleading? Oh, they're trying to. Okay, I understand. Okay, they're trying to fact check the camera video. So let's fact check this. What is misleading? Is it my face or the information in the video? Please elaborate. Camera is funny. Kuch bhi bolo. Oh, they made a video. Is this AI? रेलवे फैक्ट चेक मुश्किल तो नहीं कह सकते लेकिन टफ ज़रूर है. एनसीआरबी की claim ऐसे report. No, this is not the okay. So there were 225,000 rail accidents. Actual में 24,678 accident report किए. Okay. So okay, camera rounded up, so that's why it's a problem. Okay. Bro, I didn't steal 10,000. I stole 98,050. Don't mislead, bro. Yeah, no, seriously, that is that is a fact check. How do you say, how do you round up? Wahi hona chahiye na, you know what? Kamra should go to jail for this, for rounding up. There is no rounding up in the Modi Sarkar. There's only rounding down. This should have been rounded down to 0 because that is the truth. Because this is Modi Sarkar. I'm sorry, I understand, this is such shit commentary because I'm supposed to talk, I will read it out loud, but I'm just chalne do bhai abhi, because to be honest with you, shit all, I'm not able to stop and check every single thing because abhi tum dekh lo yaar. Yeah, we are gonna go to the comments, don't worry. Yeah, see, the whole thing is so fucking stupid because the railway ministry was thinking that no one is going to fact check anything. People are not understanding the joke, man. Or it's am I okay, is this a serious thing or I thought this was a joke? Wait, it is a serious thing. Fuck, I'm so fucking stupid. I thought this was a joke. Jeez. Dude, I'm so fucking stupid. I swear to you, I was thinking that this whole thing is oh, this is fact check railway. Someone created an account just to make this joke. This is, what have we come to? What have we come to where someone is fact checking something to be correct and saying you're wrong? Really? This is the level that we are at. What the fuck is Vaishnavi doing? Seriously? Why? No, like, I thought this was someone actually fact checking like the entire thing because Kamra said the truth. So they are like making fun of the railway. No, the railway is making fun of itself. Jeez, dude. Jeez. Like, what the fuck? Ay. Yeah, like ECI I can get because like ECI, like I should be for surprised that ECI, like one of the most important aspects of the within Indian governance, is so fucking corrupt and so fucking stupid, where the head should be like kicked out of India, if not have a treason charge against him. But like I did not realize how stupid this is, how badly this is made, where you yourself are coming off as a troll account. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is surprising. Claim 500 people died. Fact check. No, 499 died. Don't mislead. Like, what the actual fuck, dude? Our railway minister is so fucking stupid. Who fact checked this? Jesus Christ. Yeah, seriously, Bharat Ratna for this admin. Like, this is unreal stupidity, deserving of a Bharat Ratna by the Prime Minister himself. Like, President deta hai, but like give it from the Prime Minister, because like same level of stupidity both of them have. What? Kamra cherry pick stats, ignore the massive strides in Indian Railway has made in slashing. Okay. Lol. See, there's a thing. There's a thing, you guys. I don't know if you know it. There is a software that has been proposed and like it exists in the real life. That has been proposed to be used in the Indian Railway to avoid these accidents. Every single time whenever a session happens, Mahua Moitra screams about this. Like, तुमने कवच तुमने use क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? They just are not giving it the go-to to use it. It's like it's there, the money has been allotted, everything is there, they just are not using it. क्यों? क्या पता? No one fucking knows. I'm pretty sure that they have used the money for elections and now they don't have the money for Kavach. That's why they are doing this. That is honestly the only explanation that it can have. I don't know what else to think about this. Like, you tell me, guys. What are we supposed to think? Like, why are they not using the Kavach? That application is valid. It is there. It, like, Mahua Moitra keeps screaming about it. Paisa allocated hai, shayad. For paisa, gayab kidhar, like, it's not even that expensive. Sala, you know, there's also this thing, like, what was I going to say? Sorry, Bonzi, sorry. Yeah, so the Aeronet app, so that is what you're like fake and double voters for ECI. Yeah, see, it is like, that is even worse. That is worse somehow. यहाँ पे at least they have this idea like कि हमने अभी तक किया नहीं है पर करेंगे. Aeronet was shut down. Don't forget, it was shut down by the ECI कि हम use नहीं करेंगे. Yeah, ECI thing, like even the railway thing is by design. Like, you cannot be this terrible at your job and still hold that position. I fail to believe this. I am like, there is the issue. Okay, this is a little bit of a tangent that we need to talk about. There's this issue in like India where we are not surprised anymore, which is a big problem. Like हमको लगता है that all of this is happening for like 70 years. That's why all of this is like अभी है BJP है तो करेगी. But this is exactly what the BJP wants. BJP wants you to normalize this in your brain. Do not normalize this. Be pissed off about this. Be pissed to the point where you are like screaming out of your head about this. That is the only way for you to ever be hopeful as well that things are going to change, because in your mind you haven't normalized this. The moment you normalize this in your brain where ये तो design है, ये like it is design, obviously I'm not saying that it is not. I'm saying like if the moment you normalize this कि ये ही ऐसी चीज है, यही होने वाला है, that is when they win. So whenever we like, I have to remember this because I have normalized some things myself. But we have to remember that we need to react to these things, and we need to react to these things like as they are, which are anomalies and not something that is normal in a democracy. ये मेरा 2 सेकंड का tangent हो गया. Anyway, so the other thing that actually it is not planned, but I think we can go like, maybe we can keep going. Like I really want to keep going. What do you think? Should we keep going? We can talk about the Bihar elections. Like the Wire is finally doing a thing with the Bihar elections that we did like last week. Repeat चाहिए? क्या नहीं चाहिए? Or we can stop. Okay, perfect. What time is it, by the way, in India? Where is this? Oh, okay, so it's not too bad. Where is this? The Wire. Yeah. Depends on what you like. Like, what genre are you looking for? Like, are you a book reader? Yes or no? Just give me this answer first. I can recommend you some nice books. Like, I'm seriously asking, like, what genres do you like? Yes, I do want to talk about that, but we will talk about that when we have more people. It's just 3 people now. Also, the Zionism conference is so fucking annoying. We'll talk about it on Sunday, I promise. Because Sunday pe we'll sit down and I'll go in detail with everything. Because the thing is with Zionism, when I start talking about it, I don't stop. Like I have done my entire history of Zionism from 73 or 78 or something. So we'll go in like detail. Because this is not just a conference that is bad for the conference right now. It is something that has been going on. And especially in India, we need to like understand where Zionism comes from. Also, so what I would recommend is I'll just send you the I don't know if you have read this before. It's a very feel good, okay? Hold on, why did this should work, yeah. So there is this that you can read. It is a very quick read. I guarantee you will cry. Other thing is like if you like fantasy, And like, I don't know your age, but like, if you want to read a good book in fantasy, you might as well read Never Ending Story. And what do I have in my bookshelf right now? Hold on. Let me just quickly go check. If you want to read something that is funny, but it is difficult to the point where there are people who have done PhDs in reading this book, Ulysses by James Joyce. It is very funny. It is about a guy who's walking around Dublin and doesn't want to go back home because he knows his wife is cheating on him. And if you want to read something extremely funny, Guts, Terry Pratchett. Amazing book. If you want to read fantasy, there's always The Witcher. Wiedźmin in Polish. If you know Polish, check Wiedźmin. But if you, again, a quick read, I would always go for a man called Ove. It will make you cry. Like it will make you love the people around you so much more. Like it is so important. Like to have people like this. Anyway, so let's just we are going to cover this because I told you so, and I'm like half of this channel depends on like the Wire doing shit, and I'm gonna be like, you are a day old, I was first, fuck you. No, but we love you. Do subscribe to them.
इलेक्शन चोरी होने का दावा, 2 करोड़ वोटर्स में से 5 लाख वोटर फर्जी होने का आरोप,
25 lakh we have crystal clear proof that they are fake.
यानी हरियाणा में हर 8 वोटर्स में से 1 वोटर फर्जी। बैंगलोर सेंट्रल कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी, जहां विनिंग मार्जिन केवल 33,000 था, वहां वोटर लिस्ट में 1 लाख फर्जी वोटर्स होने का आरोप। ये डेटा लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन राहुल गांधी ने हाल ही में की गई प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस में मुहैया किया।
25 लाख वोट चोरी इन हरियाणा।
क्या विश्व के सबसे बड़े लोकतंत्र में चुनाव आयोग को इन आरोपों पर तुरंत जांच नहीं बिठानी चाहिए? क्या चुनाव आयोग को सीसीटीवी कैमरा की फुटेज, सर्चेबल वोटर लिस्ट जैसे सारे इलेक्शन रिकॉर्ड सार्वजनिक नहीं कर देने चाहिए, जिससे देश के वोटर खुद इन आरोपों का पुष्टिकरण कर सके? अगर इलेक्शन कमीशन ये कदम नहीं उठाता तो चुनावी प्रक्रिया में जनता के विश्वास का क्या होगा? इन सब मुद्दों पर आज हम बातचीत करेंगे जानने भी दो यारों में। नमस्कार, जानने भी दो यारों में आपका स्वागत है। मैं हूं अंजलि भारद्वाज। मेरे साथ हैं देश के जाने माने वरिष्ठ वकील प्रशांत भूषण, जो दशकों से सुप्रीम कोर्ट में चुनावी लोकतंत्र को मजबूत बनाने के लिए संघर्ष करते रहे हैं, और मेरे साथ हैं आरटीआई कार्यकर्ता अमृता जौहरी। पिछले कुछ सालों से देश में चुनावी प्रक्रिया पर गंभीर सवाल उठ रहे हैं, और सवालों के घेरे में है देश का चुनाव आयोग। हाल ही में लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन राहुल गांधी ने 3 प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस करके चौंका देने वाले खुलासे किए। सबके सामने डेटा रखते हुए वोटर लिस्ट में गड़बड़ियों को उजागर किया। डुप्लीकेट नाम, एक ही पते पर रजिस्टर्ड बल्क वोटर्स, गलत फोटोग्राफ्स। राहुल गांधी ने वोट चोरी के गंभीर आरोप लगाए और हरियाणा के चुनाव में तो 25 लाख फर्जी वोटर्स के कारण पूरा इलेक्शन ही चोरी होने का दावा किया। सभी जानते हैं कि अगर वोटर लिस्ट में गलत नाम ऐड कर दिए जाएं या डिलीट कर दिए जाएं तो पूरा इलेक्शन का रिजल्ट ही मैनिपुलेट किया जा सकता है। प्रशांत, आपके मुताबिक लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन ने जो खुलासे किए हैं ये कितने गंभीर हैं? व्हाट डू दीज एलिगेशंस मीन फॉर आवर डेमोक्रेसी?
It means shit is going badly. If the tides turn by some magic, Gyanesh is going to jail for lifelong with BJP Bhajpille lol. I am not too sure. I am not too sure. History has been witness to the fact that these people like this never go to jail. They never see the end of a jail. They just go to a non-extradition country, and currently there's a lot of them because of BJP. And like, I just want these people to go to jail. But whatever. Can't help it.
नहीं, बहुत ही गंभीर हैं। अगर वोटर्स लिस्ट में एक ही जने की फ़ोटो 200 जगह आ रही है या 100 जगह आ रही है या 50 जगह।
You know, like there's one more thing, like Prashant Bhushan really got old because like just like 3 months ago he was speaking like really well.
आ रही है जो कि उन्होंने दिखाया कि कम से कम 5 लाख डुप्लीकेट वोटर्स वहाँ पर हरियाणा के
25 लाख
नहीं, 25 लाख तो टोटल फर्जी वोटर, जिसमें से अधिकतर करीब 19 लाख वो हैं जहाँ पर एक ही घर में 20-20 या 50-50 या 100-100 वोटर्स दिखाए हैं, या जहाँ पर हाउस नंबर 0 दिखा दिया है। लेकिन 5 लाख करीब ऐसे हैं जो डुप्लीकेट, ट्रिप्लिकेट, क्वाड्रुप्लिकेट या कहीं कहीं 100 से भी ज़्यादा जगह उनका फ़ोटो दर्ज है। एक लेडी का 200 जगह फ़ोटो दर्ज है, एक ब्राज़ीलियन मॉडल का 23 जगह फ़ोटो दर्ज है। तो ये बहुत गंभीर बात है, क्योंकि ये दिखाता है कि आपने बहुत सारे फर्जी वोटर्स को एनरोल कर लिया है। अब उनके वोट डाले गए कि नहीं डाले गए, और अगर डाले गए तो किसने डाले, ये सब कुछ पता नहीं, क्योंकि इलेक्शन कमीशन तो कोई डिटेल देता ही नहीं वोटर्स के बारे में। खैर, ये तो पता लगाया जा सकता है, क्योंकि उनके पास ये रिकॉर्ड होता है कि किस किस जने ने आकर वोट डाला। तो इसलिए अगर वही इन्फॉर्मेशन बाहर आ जाए तो पता लग जाएगा कि भाई एक ही फ़ोटो जिसकी थी उसके नाम पर या उसी के फ़ोटो के साथ 20 वोट डाले गए या 50 वोट डाले गए। लेकिन इलेक्शन कमीशन कुछ भी डेटा, इनफैक्ट जो वोटर्स लिस्ट भी जो होती है उसको भी मशीन रीडेबल फॉर्म में नहीं देता, जिससे कि लोग सर्च कर ही ना सकें। और वो कहते हैं
Fuck. Sorry. My bad. Forget all others. The mere presence of non-citizens in voter roll, that too many, like registrations, must cause election results to be trashed. I'm not sure. That is like, how do you define a non-citizen in a voter roll? A voter without a valid ID card from India, there are multiple. There are multiple Indians, like Adivasis don't have ID cards. Like tribals don't have. SC, STs are kept out from having ID cards. Oh, you're talking about the Brazilian woman's picture. Right. Sorry. My bad. I was thinking like non-citizens, like that way. So like confirmed citizens of other countries. Yeah, see, that should have caused the election to be overturned. That is very, very true. At that point, yeah, we should not have, like, this election result is not valid if there are voter rolls from people who not from this country. Like, there is collusion directly. Like, we know there's all of this bullshit is going on. There is corruption and there's collusion by the BJP in this, and we know it now. The only way to change any of this is to go out and protest against it. There's no other way.
कि हम लोग डुप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर भी नहीं यूज़ करेंगे। आजकल तो एआई के ज़माने में बड़ा आसान है ये पता लगाना कि भाई कौन कौन से डुप्लीकेट वोटर्स हैं जिनकी फ़ोटोज़ आइडेंटिकल हैं या जिनके नाम और पिता का नाम और एड्रेस आइडेंटिकल है, लेकिन ये इलेक्शन कमीशन कहता है कि हम नहीं यूज़ करेंगे। और उसका नतीजा ये है कि इस तरह की वोटर्स लिस्ट बनाई जा रही हैं जिसमें लाखों फर्जी वोटर्स आ रहे हैं।
जी अमृता, अगर आप हमें बताएं थोड़ा डिटेल में कि लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन ने किस तरह के एलिगेशंस लगाए हैं इन 3 प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस में।
बिल्कुल, तो लीडर ऑफ
They have created a situation where there is so much noise surrounding an issue that even basic violations can easily escape public eye. That is true. It is also like the normalization of all of this bullshit. They want you to feel normalized that all of this shit is going on. Like, hone hi wala hai. So you won't protest. Like, we have to be careful as citizens. We have to, like, talk about this if we ever want to get out of this shit. Because that's what they want. They want to create this situation. They want to create all of this.
लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन राहुल गांधी ने 3 प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस करे हैं जिनमें कि उनका आरोप ये है कि इतने बड़े पैमाने पे वोटर लिस्ट में हेराफेरी हो रही है कि स्पेसिफिक कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी से लेके पूरे स्टेट का इलेक्शन का रिजल्ट मैनिपुलेट किया जा रहा है। उन्होंने सबसे पहले हरियाणा के बारे में बताया जहाँ पे कि पिछले साल असेंबली इलेक्शन हुए थे और उनका आरोप है कि 2 करोड़ में से 25 लाख वोटर्स जो हैं वो फर्जी है, यानी कि 12% वोटर्स हरियाणा के फर्जी हैं। इन 25 लाख में से 5 लाख डुप्लीकेट वोटर्स हैं।
Before anything, guys, if you haven't liked the stream and subscribe. Please do. This is important, and please do share. Seriously, please do share. Like, we need to get the numbers up.
उन्नीस लाख बल्क वोटर्स और 1 लाख जो है वो इनवैलिड एड्रेसेस हैं। उदाहरण के तौर पे उन्होंने बताया कि एक महिला की फ़ोटो एक ही कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में 223 बार लगी हुई थी। एक और उदाहरण उन्होंने सामने पेश किया कि ब्राज़ील की एक मॉडल की जो फ़ोटो है वो 22 बार 10 अलग बूथ में एक ही कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में लगी हुई थी।
Who is this lady? How old is she? Which state does she come from? What's her name?
बादशाहपुर में उन्होंने बताया कि एक ही व्यक्ति शशांक गिरी का नाम 14 बार था। उन्हीं का नाम, उन्हीं की फोटो, उन्हीं के पिता का नाम और एड्रेस 14 बार एक ही व्यक्ति का नाम वोटर लिस्ट में था। उसी तरह एक और एग्जांपल उन्होंने सामने रखा कि एक ही पते पे 501 वोटर्स रजिस्टर्ड थे। उन्होंने एक ये भी सवाल उठाया कि इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया के पास एक ऐसा सॉफ्टवेयर है जो कि ये डुप्लीकेट्स पकड़ सकता है, तो इलेक्शन कमीशन इस सॉफ्टवेयर का इस्तेमाल क्यों नहीं कर रहा वोटर लिस्ट को साफ करने में। अपनी पहली 2 प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस में राहुल गांधी ने आरोप लगाया कि बहुत टारगेटेड और सेंट्रलाइज्ड तरीके से वोटर एडिशन और डिलीशन की जा रही है। कर्नाटका के आलंद कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में उन्होंने दिखाया कि किस तरीके से फेक लॉगिन आईडीज क्रिएट करके 6000 से ज़्यादा वोटर्स को डिलीट करने की कोशिश की गई थी। इन्वेस्टिगेशन के दौरान पता चला कि एक सेंट्रलाइज तरीके से जिस वोटर का नाम सीरियल नंबर 1 पे लिस्टेड था उनकी आइडेंटिटी इस्तेमाल करके बहुत सारे डिलीशन के रिक्वेस्ट जनरेट किए जा रहे थे और इन व्यक्ति को पता भी नहीं था कि इनके नाम से इस टाइप की रिक्वेस्ट जनरेट की जा रही है। इनफैक्ट ये सारा मामला कर्नाटका सीआईडी इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रहे हैं और उन्होंने पाया है कि किस तरीके से स्टेट के बाहर के मोबाइल नंबर्स इस्तेमाल करके ये सारी रिक्वेस्ट जनरेट की गई। राहुल गांधी ने एक आरोप लगाया कि जब बार बार कर्नाटका सीआईडी ईसीआई से रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं डिजिटल एविडेंस के लिए कि जो जो डिजिटल ट्रेल्स हैं डिलीशन की आप वो दीजिए, ओटीपी कितने बजे जनरेट हुआ उसका आईपी एड्रेस दीजिए, तो इलेक्शन कमीशन कोऑपरेट नहीं कर रहे हैं और उनका आरोप है कि कहीं ना कहीं इलेक्शन कमीशन वोट चोर को बचा रहे हैं। एक और
it's not kahin na kahin, it is direct, it is there already. Like do you remember, guys, when the people were asked that what is stopping like the vote chores or the people who vote twice, what is stopping them from voting double? And the election commission's answer was, I mean, because like they were like looking at you like, because it's illegal, that's why they are not going to do it, because it's illegal. Like, see, how stupid do you think we are?
उन्होंने उदाहरण पेश करा कि कर्नाटका के बैंगलोर सेंट्रल लोकसभा सीट का, जहां पे कि कांग्रेस 33,000 वोटों से हारा था, और उनका आरोप है कि वहां पे 1 लाख फर्जी नाम जोड़े गए थे वोटर लिस्ट में, ऐसे नाम जो कि डुप्लीकेट में थे, या एक कमरे के घर में 80 लोगों को रजिस्टर किया गया था, या फिर इस टाइप के वोटर के नाम जिनमें कि नाम, पिता का नाम या फिर पता में ABCD या XYZ लिखा हुआ था।
तो प्रशांत, इतने गंभीर आरोप लगाए जा रहे हैं, जो पूरी वोटर लिस्ट है उसी के ऊपर सवाल आज।
BJP Pillai voted multiple times and posted photos on social media. Yes. Like there is a whole like Zubair and another person, not Sinha, the other person did a whole thing. They have an entire document. Please, can I ask you to find that link? We'll go through it. Please.
आज खड़े हो रहे हैं, लेकिन मतलब अपेक्षा लोगों की जो थी वो थी कि इलेक्शन कमीशन ये सब सुनेंगे और तुरंत कुछ जांच का पड़ताल शुरू करेंगे, जांच पड़ताल। आफ्टर ऑल इतने CEOs, लाखों BLOs, EROs पूरे देश में एम्प्लॉय किए जाते हैं, उन्हें टैक्स पेयर के पैसे से सैलरी मिलती है कि वो ये वोटर लिस्ट सही से बनाए। अब अगर उसमें इतने सवाल उठ रहे हैं तो उम्मीद यही थी कि इलेक्शन कमीशन तुरंत कुछ काम करेंगे इसके ऊपर, लेकिन हम देख रहे हैं कि चुनाव आयोग जो है वो तो ये कह रहे हैं कि आपने पहले क्यों नहीं बताया ये सब कुछ। चुनाव आयोग ये कह रहे हैं कि अब अगर आप बता रहे हैं तो हमें एफिडेविट पे दीजिए शिकायत, वरना हम इसके ऊपर कुछ जांच नहीं करेंगे। मतलब टोटली टेक्निकल प्रोसीजरल रिस्पॉन्स आ रही है, मतलब कोई रियल रिस्पॉन्स नहीं है ऐसे।
Exactly. During they posted about this on, they posted about their WhatsApp statuses as well. Like उन्होंने खुद ने ही वो ये दिया है कि we have done this, we have done all of this.
कि जैसे पुलिस में जाके कोई कहे कि मर्डर हो गया तो पुलिस कहे आप पहले क्यों नहीं आए थे, जांच ना करे उस पूरे मामले में। अब लोग ये कह रहे हैं कि भाई वोटर लिस्ट में इतनी गड़बड़ी है, अगर इलेक्शन कमीशन सही से वोटर लिस्ट नहीं बना पा रहा तो कम से कम लोगों को तो वोटर लिस्ट दिखा दीजिए सर्चेबल फॉर्मेट में, फोटो के साथ में। उस पर इलेक्शन कमीशन कह रहे हैं नहीं, लोगों की प्रिवेसी का हनन होगा, और वो भी नहीं सूचना दे रहे लोगों को। तो मतलब एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी जिसका काम है कि निष्पक्ष रूप से इलेक्शन हो, जिसका काम है वोटर लिस्ट जो है वो प्योर हो, वो इस तरीके का रवैया अपना रहे हैं, ये किस हद तक सही है?
बिल्कुल गलत है। ये यही दिखाता है कि इलेक्शन कमीशन चाहता है कि इस तरह से वोट चोरी हो सके, डुप्लीकेट वोटर्स आ सकें, फर्जी वोटर्स आ सकें और जेन्युइन वोटर्स का नाम हटाया जा सके, और इसीलिए कोई पारदर्शिता नहीं करी जा रही है। इसीलिए वोटर्स लिस्ट को भी मशीन रीडेबल फॉर्म में नहीं दिया जा रहा है। इसीलिए पहले तो बिहार SIR में उन्होंने जिनके नाम डिलीट कर दिए गए थे उनकी लिस्ट भी नहीं दी थी, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के कहने पर दी। इसीलिए ये कहते हैं कि भाई हम CCTV फुटेज नहीं दे सकते, इसीलिए कहते हैं कि हम फॉर्म 17A को अपलोड नहीं कर सकते, फॉर्म 17C जिसमें कि हर बूथ पे कितने वोट पड़े, दिन के आखिर में आप एक बटन दबाते हैं और उस मशीन का पूरा टैली आ जाता है कि टोटल इस पे 826 या कितने वोट पड़े, और वो रिकॉर्ड किया जाता है। कुछ भी नहीं देने के लिए तैयार हैं, और ये यही दिखाता है कि इनका बिल्कुल इंटेंशन है कि हम कुछ ना दिखाएं जिससे हम आसानी से फर्जी वोटर्स को एनरोल कर सकें, जेन्युइन वोटर्स को डिलीट कर सकें और कोई उसके बारे में कुछ कर ना पाए। ये उनका इंटेंशन है। और देखिए, जो आदमी ये कहता है, मतलब ज्ञानेश कुमार जो चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर है, कहता है अरे हम माताओं और बहनों की शक्ल दिखाएं कि ना दिखाएं, किसी की माता होंगी, किसी की बहन होंगी। अरे भाई आप इलेक्शन कमीशन खुद फोटो जारी करता है कि ये लोग, इतने सारे लोग लाइन में लगे।
Okay, I'm gonna just say this now. Like, you can keep me up. Like, if I ever get monetized on this channel, if it ever happens, अगर मुझे 2 कौड़ी में मिल जाती है, bliss, you're getting part of it.
इन लोगों ने वोट डाला वगैरह। अब कह रहे हैं कि लोग ये देखना चाहते हैं कि, वो कहते हैं कि 6 बजे के बाद जब वोटिंग ख़त्म हो गई, उसके बाद 5% और वोट पड़ गए। अब लोग देखना चाहते हैं कि कैसे पड़ गए 5% वोट 6 बजे के बाद, कैसे पड़ गए, कौन लोग थे जो लाइन में लगे हुए थे वगैरह, उनका भी नहीं बताना चाहते। तो क्लियर है, देखिए ये तो अब सब पूरा देश समझ गया है कि इलेक्शन कमीशन जो है बिल्कुल बीजेपी के एजेंट की तरह काम कर रहा है। अगर ऐसा नहीं होता तो फिर ये जो अभी अभी 10,000 रुपये की घूस दी गई सरकारी पैसे से बिहार के चुनाव के पहले, कि आपने करीब करीब 1.5 करोड़ से भी ज़्यादा महिलाओं को, यानी कि आधे से ज़्यादा इलेक्टोरेट को, एक तरह से एक घर में 3-4 वोट होते हैं, एक महिला के संग 2-3 वोट और होते हैं। आपने 5 करोड़ लोगों को इफ़ेक्टिवली 10,000 रुपये की घूस दे दी चुनाव के जस्ट पहले। इलेक्शन कमीशन ने कुछ नहीं करा उसके बारे में, उसको रोकने के लिए, जबकि जब तमिलनाडु में ऐसा कुछ करने की कोशिश करी गई थी तो तुरंत इलेक्शन कमीशन ने ऑब्जेक्शन उठाया था। तो ये देखिए, ये बिल्कुल क्लियर हो गया है कि जितना भी मॉडल कोड ऑफ कॉन्डक्ट का वायलेशन रूलिंग पार्टी यानी बीजेपी की तरफ से हो, उनको बिल्कुल अनदेखा किया जाएगा। सिर्फ जो ऑपोजिशन का वायलेशन है उसी को देखा जाएगा। वोटर्स लिस्ट में हर तरह से घोटाले की संभावना बढ़ाई जाएगी और घोटाला किया जाएगा, और इस तरह से किया जाएगा, पारदर्शिता बिल्कुल नहीं रखी जाएगी जिससे कोई पता ना लगा सके, कोई ऑब्जेक्शन ना रेज कर सके, और बाद में भी उसको पता लगाने में बहुत मुश्किल हो। जैसे कांग्रेस वाले कह रहे हैं, राहुल गांधी कह रहे हैं कि उनको ये प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस का डेटा जुटाने में कई महीने लगे, क्योंकि इलेक्शन कमीशन जो है मशीन रीडेबल कुछ भी पारदर्शिता नहीं करता, वोटर्स लिस्ट भी मशीन रीडेबल फॉर्म में नहीं देता। तो बहुत मुश्किल से मैनुअली सर्च कर करके उन लोगों को ये डेटा जमा करना पड़ा। बहुत ही दुर्भाग्य की बात है कि ऐसा इलेक्शन कमीशन आज हो गया है जो कि बिल्कुल सरकारी टट्टू बन गया है।
नहीं, तो आप कह रहे हैं कि इंटेंशन जो है चुनाव आयोग का वो बिल्कुल क्लियर नहीं नजर आ रहा।
क्लियर तब बिल्कुल बेईमानी का नजर आ रहा है। क्लियर तो छोड़ दीजिए, बेईमानी करना चाहते हैं चुनाव आयोग। ये ज्ञानेश कुमार जो है बेईमानी करना चाहता है, बेईमानी करवाना चाहता है, उसमें कोई शक किसी को नहीं होना चाहिए, उसके पूरे रवैये से साफ है।
आपने जो कहा कि वोटर लिस्ट पे जब मांगी जा रही है सर्चेबल वोटर लिस्ट, तो चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर जो है वो कह रहे हैं कि वोटर लिस्ट हम अगर आपको दे देंगे सर्चेबल।
See, there's nothing more I can add to this. This is just a break to avoid copyright. So, like, yeah, I agree. Like, the voter list has been manipulated. We have seen this even as early as Maharashtra. Like, in Maharashtra, there's a good argument to be made that the election was stolen. Even in Maharashtra, then in Haryana, now in Bihar. Like, you have to understand, like, to do the Ladki Bahina scheme, the election was postponed by the election commission for 5 months. So Ladki Bahina scheme can go on for the BJP. Never forget.
तो फोटोग्राफ जो है वो कोई अपने पर्सनल कंप्यूटर पे उसको चेंज कर देंगे, और जब कोई वोट करने के लिए जाएंगे तो वोट नहीं कर पाएंगे। मतलब कोई अपने पर्सनल कंप्यूटर पे फोटोग्राफ अगर चेंज कर भी देते हैं तो वो ईसीआई के सर्वर पे कैसे चेंज हो सकती है? तो मतलब पूरा ही जो उनकी तरफ से रिस्पॉन्स आ रहा है वो बहुत ही चिंताजनक है,
हास्यास्पद है, बेहुदा है, बेईमानी का है।
अमृता, अगर आप थोड़ा बताएं कि अभी तक जो तीनों प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस हुई हैं उसके बाद क्या रिस्पॉन्सेस रहे हैं इलेक्शन कमीशन के?
जी बिल्कुल, तो इलेक्शन कमीशन ने राहुल गांधी की सारी एलिगेशंस को बेसलेस बताते हुए रिजेक्ट करा है, और मुख्य तौर से वो 5 चीज़ें बोल रहे हैं। पहली चीज़ तो ये कि कांग्रेस के उम्मीदवारों ने और कांग्रेस के बूथ लेवल एजेंट्स ने इलेक्शन से पहले स्टिपुलेटेड के समय के अंदर अंदर ये सारे ऑब्जेक्शंस रेज क्यों नहीं करे। दूसरी चीज़ वो ये बोल रहे
क्योंकि the straight answer is they couldn't, because the information was not given out by the election commission. These people aren't just committing the crime, they are proudly uploading the evidence. Just imagine the confidence they have in Papa Modi. Yes, I know, it is crazy. Like, these guys can just upload like the evidence against them and no one does anything.
ये बोल रहे हैं कि यदि राहुल गांधी ने कोई गड़बड़ी पकड़ी है तो फिर राहुल गांधी को एफिडेविट देना चाहिए इलेक्शन रूल्स के तहत, जो कमीशन के रूल्स हैं, और तभी कमीशन कॉग्निसेंस लेगा और एक्शन लेगा। यहाँ
सो दिस इज लाइक सेइंग कि हमने चोरी किया है, पर तुम हमको लिखत दो कि हमने चोरी किया है, एंड देन वी विल टेक एक्शन ऑन आवरसेल्व्स। डज दिस मेक फकिंग सेंस? No, it doesn't. Do they care? No, they don't. Do they want to make people think that there is nothing wrong? Yes. Like, imagine this situation for like 5 seconds. Like, he is saying, Rahul Gandhi is saying, कि election चोरी हुआ है. What election commission is saying, चोरी हुआ है तो होने दो. We want that affidavit first. अगर affidavit नहीं होगा तो it doesn't matter if the election has been stolen. It doesn't matter that the democracy is in shit. We want the affidavit first. Stupid. ECI says go to court. Court says go to ECI. We are cooked. Yes. That's why protest. That is the only option available. Like, even when Rahul Gandhi did this, he did this saying, I am doing this for the people, because he knew the court is not going to do anything. Every single person on the bench right now in court is somehow or the other connected or directly being paid for by the government of India. Like the Bharatiya Janata Party. I'm not even saying like the entirety of the coalition of India. The ECI is selected by the government, the people in power, and the opposition party. So 2 against 1 ke vote pe this Ganesh has been elected. Obviously, he's going to be biased against like the people of India and like the election, like the democracy of India. Like, this is not a normal thing. This is something that is not supposed to happen. We are not supposed to be a crooked, broken democracy. We are supposed to be a healthy one. Yeah, not just that. Yesterday, some people wrote public statement defending SCI. ECI, yeah. Yeah, everything is connected. Like, the BJP is one of the players here who wins the most out of this. Like, even a blind guy can find out that it is the BJP that's doing all of this shit. You, at this point, like, you don't even need proof. You just need like the really good guess. And no matter what, you're going to be like, no, this is the BJP is doing. It's not the Congress. It's not no one. It is the BJP.
यहाँ तक कि चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर मिस्टर ज्ञानेश कुमार ने तो ये भी बोल दिया कि यदि राहुल गांधी ऐसा एफिडेविट नहीं देते तो उनको पब्लिकली अपोलोजाइज करना चाहिए कि वो ऐसे एलिगेशंस मेक कर रहे हैं। जब कांग्रेस ने डिमांड करी कि आप हमें मशीन रीडेबल वोटर लिस्ट दीजिए जिससे कि हम फटाफट ये कर पाए और हम इलेक्शन से पहले एनालिसिस कर पाए कि कितने डुप्लीकेट वोटर्स हैं, कितनों के एड्रेसेस पे ABCD या पिता के नाम पे ABCD या बल्क वोटर्स हैं, तो इसमें अपनी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस ने चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर मिस्टर ज्ञानेश कुमार ने बोला कि यदि मशीन रीडेबल लिस्ट उपलब्ध करा दी गई तो कोई भी व्यक्ति उसको डाउनलोड करके उसको मैनिपुलेट कर सकता है और किसी और का वोट काट सकता है। अब ये तो जिसको भी कंप्यूटर
What the actual fuck is that? Like, do you think, like, okay, I'm gonna be serious. Look at my face. Look at my face. I'm gonna be very serious. I think Gyanesh Kumar actually believes this. He is that stupid. That he actually believes that people who download the list can change the list and the entire electoral roll changes. I don't think he has the capacity to understand that that is not how things work. I'm not even saying he's lying. I think he genuinely believes this. I'm being very serious. That's why I'm looking at you right now.
बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग भी है। यदि मैं अपने पर्सनल लैपटॉप पे किसी भी गवर्नमेंट की वेबसाइट से कोई फाइल डाउनलोड करूं और उसको बदलूं भी तो उससे इलेक्शन कमीशन का डेटाबेस जो उनके सर्वर्स पे है वो तो नहीं बदला जाएगा। चौथा एक पॉइंट जो कि इलेक्शन कमीशन ने काउंटर में बोला है वो ये है कि राहुल गांधी अभी तक केवल वोटर लिस्ट में गलतियां दिखा पाए हैं, यानी कि वोट लिस्ट में गलती है लेकिन एक्चुअली वो ये नहीं दिखा पाए कि एक व्यक्ति ने 2 बार जाके वोट दिया है, जो कि इलेक्शन कमीशन बोलता है कि असली वोटर फ्रॉड तो केवल तब होता है, इलेक्शन फ्रॉड केवल तब होता है यदि एक व्यक्ति एक बार से ज्यादा जाकर वोट दे। और जब कांग्रेस ने बोला कि आप हमें पूरा जो आप वेबकास्टिंग और जो आप पूरा CCTV रिकॉर्डिंग करते हैं पोलिंग स्टेशन का वो दिखाएं, क्योंकि उसी में से पता चलेगा कि आखिरकार किसने आके वोट दिया जब बार बार डुप्लीकेट एंट्रीज हैं। तो उस पे इलेक्शन कमिश्नर मिस्टर ज्ञानेश कुमार ने बोला कि इसमें तो हम आपको वोटर्स की वीडियो नहीं दे सकते, खास करके क्योंकि उसमें महिलाएं, हमारी बेटी बहनों की वीडियोस हैं और यदि ये पब्लिक हो गए तो उनकी प्राइवेसी का हनन हो जाएगा।
तो हम देख रहे हैं कि इलेक्शन कमीशन अब ये कह रहे हैं कि वोटर लिस्ट में गड़बड़ी है, वो कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। अब कहा जा रहा है कि अब ये प्रूव करिए कि इतनी बार किसी ने जाकर वोट किया, कि अगर 200 बार नाम है तो 200 बार उन्होंने वोट किया कि नहीं किया, ये कीजिए। लेकिन जैसा आपने कहा प्रशांत, CCTV कैमरा की फुटेज वो नहीं देना चाहते। अब CCTV कैमरा के बिना कोई कैसे प्रूव कर सकता है कि कौन कितनी बार आ रहे हैं, फेक वोटर्स हैं, एक ही इंसान बार बार आके वोट कर रहे हैं कि नहीं कर रहे। बहू बेटी का आर्ग्यूमेंट दिया जा रहा है कि प्रिवेसी है, हम नहीं देंगे। कंसेंट तो नहीं लेते वीडियो बनाते टाइम, लेकिन जब इलेक्टोरल फ्रॉड को पकड़ने के लिए पॉलिटिकल पार्टी, सिटीजन्स सूचना मांग रहे हैं, तब कह रहे हैं प्रिवेसी का हवाला। फॉर्म 17C जैसे आपने कहा, कह रहे हैं नहीं, वोटर टर्नआउट के
There is no cat. Sorry, there is no bag anymore. The cat is already out. They are just lying. और कुछ नहीं है. They are just lying to you. That's it.
के लिए लोग मांग रहे हैं फॉर्म 17C, तो कहते हैं कि ये हम आपको नहीं देंगे, जो पोलिंग एजेंट है उनको देंगे। अब अगर पोलिंग एजेंट नहीं है या अपना काम नहीं कर रहे तो क्या चोरी चलती रहनी चाहिए चुनाव की? उसी तरह से प्रशांत, हरियाणा का जो पूरा चुनाव है उसमें लोगों ने CCTV कैमरा की फुटेज मांगी। चुनाव के बाद उन्होंने 17C फॉर्म मांगा, इलेक्शन कमीशन ने देने से मना कर दिया। तो लोग पहुंचे पंजाब और हरियाणा हाई कोर्ट। हाई कोर्ट ने आदेश दिया कि आप तुरंत ये सारी सूचना जो रूल 93(2) है कॉन्डक्ट ऑफ इलेक्शन रूल्स का, उसके तहत दे दीजिए। इलेक्शन कमीशन ने ये सब सूचना देने की बजाय 10 दिन के अंदर अंदर रूल बदल दिया कि अब आप ये सूचनाएं मांग ही नहीं सकते, CCTV कैमरा मांग ही नहीं सकते फुटेज। अब ये कहाँ तक जायज़ है प्रशांत? ये तो लोगों के जानने के अधिकार का हनन हो रहा है। आप तो इतने केसेस
Right to privacy only exists to protect ECI and PM. Yes, like yes, like in India, there's like this biggest issue right now. It's not just like the ECI and the Prime Minister. You cannot ask for information of contractors that are responsible for the roads in front of your house. You cannot ask for information regarding anything anymore. Your right to information has been destroyed. And this happened like a few months ago, like 6 months ago or something. We actually covered this. This was my first stream. This was the stream that I started with, was talking about your right to information. Poetic, I know.
में आप सूचना के अधिकार की लड़ाई को आगे लेकर गए हैं। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इतने बढ़िया जजमेंट्स दिए हैं। यहाँ पर हम देख रहे हैं कि विद इम्प्यूनिटी सब चीजों को मना किया जा रहा है। व्हाट इज सो सीक्रेट अबाउट दीज इलेक्शन डॉक्यूमेंट्स?
कुछ भी सीक्रेट नहीं है। देखिए, सीक्रेट तो बस उतना होता है कि किसने किसको वोट दिया।
बिल्कुल,
वो आप, और वो तो सीसीटीवी कैमरे में भी नहीं कैप्चर होता है। सीसीटीवी कैमरा तो बस ये दिखाता है कि जो बूथ के अंदर लोग आ रहे हैं वो कौन है। जब वो वोट देने जा रहे हैं उन्होंने किसको वोट डाली वो नहीं दिखाता है।
बिल्कुल।
लेकिन उससे भी ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट डॉक्यूमेंट है जो रजिस्टर, जहाँ पर जो वोटर आता है उसका सिग्नेचर, और कि उसने उसने वोटिंग के लिए फॉर्म लिया या वोटिंग के लिए वो गया, वो दर्ज होता है। एक्चुअली इलेक्शन कमीशन को 3 तरह से रिकॉर्ड मेंटेन करना होता है कि कितने लोग वोट देने आए, और वो उनका पूरा रजिस्टर में कौन कौन आया वोट देने, उसमें से कितने लोगों ने वो आकर वोट नहीं डाला जी, कितने लोगों ने वोट डाला, एंड अल्टीमेटली कितने वोट दर्ज हुए। ये सब फॉर्म 17C में दर्ज होता है। अब ये जो रजिस्टर है उससे एकदम क्लियर हो जाएगा कि भाई अगर एक जने का नाम 20 जगह था या एक ही फोटो 20 जगह थी, तो उन 20 में से कितने लोगों ने वोट डाला, और अगर उसने नहीं डाला तो किसने डाला, और अगर उसकी फ़ोटो किसी दूसरे जने ने डाल दिया तो कैसे उसको डालने दिया गया उस फोटो के साथ। लेकिन ये रिकॉर्ड इलेक्शन कमीशन के पास है, लेकिन वो देना नहीं चाहता और कह रहा है कि इस रिकॉर्ड के बगैर, सीसीटीवी के बगैर आप प्रूफ करिए कि इसने 2 जगह डाला। मतलब ये तो बिल्कुल थिएटर ऑफ द एब्सर्ड है जिस तरह से इलेक्शन कमीशन बिहेव कर रहा है। और ये कहना कि भाई वोटर्स लिस्ट अगर मशीन रीडेबल दे देंगे तो उससे प्राइवेसी का हनन हो जाएगा। अरे भाई, वोटर्स लिस्ट तो सार्वजनिक होती है, अब मशीन रीडेबल बनाने से कैसे प्राइवेसी का हनन हो जाएगा? मशीन रीडेबल होने से तो आप आसानी से सर्च कर सकते हैं।
I don't think Prashant Bhushan understands. It's about the privacy of the ECI and the BJP to do corruption. That is the only privacy they're concerned of, nothing else. You should understand. Like, think like a smart person, not Prashant Bhushan.
सकते हैं कि भाई अब जैसे डुप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर आप उस पर रन कर सकते हैं, आप पकड़ सकते हैं कि कहाँ कहाँ डुप्लीकेट वोटर्स आ रहे हैं। इलेक्शन कमीशन के पास तो खैर सब कुछ है, डुप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर भी है, उनके मैनुअल में भी लिखा है कि वो लोग यूज़ करेंगे, लेकिन फिर भी नहीं यूज़ कर रहे जी, जिससे कि फर्जी वोटर आसानी से आ सकें। ये कहा जा रहा है कि बीजेपी के पास इस समय 50 लाख 1 करोड़ फ्लोटिंग वोटर्स हैं। जब हरियाणा में इलेक्शन होता है उनका नाम वहाँ डाल दिया जाता है, या फर्जी नाम पर जाकर वो लोग वोट कर देते हैं, जो इस तरह से एक ही जने के नाम पर 20-20, 50-50 वोट रजिस्टर हुए हैं। जब बिहार में इलेक्शन होता है तो वो बिहार में जाके वोट कर देते हैं। इन्होंने ट्रेनें चलाई हैं ना बिहार में भी, सैकड़ों ट्रेनें चलाई हैं। वो कह रहे हैं कि बीजेपी ने हमको टिकट दिया है वहाँ जाकर वोट डालने का बिहार में। पहली बात तो खैर ये करप्ट प्रैक्टिस है, लेकिन दूसरी बात ये यही दिखाता है कि ऐसा हो सकता है इन लोगों के नाम वहाँ वोटर्स लिस्ट में ना हो, लेकिन इनको बताया गया है कि भाई ये सारे फर्जी वोटर्स हैं, आप इनके नाम पर जाकर वोट डाल दीजिए, और ये लोग इस तरह से डाल रहे हैं। लेकिन ये तो तभी पता लगेगा जब वो रजिस्टर देख सकें, और रजिस्टर से कोई प्रिवेसी का हनन नहीं होता, उससे बस यही पता लगता है कि भाई इस आदमी ने वोट डाली, उसमें कोई प्रिवेसी की बात नहीं है। किसको वोट डाली वो प्रिवेसी की बात है।
तो पीपल हैव अ राइट टू नो,
ऑफ कोर्स।
और अगर ये सारी चीजें जो शक हैं आज, शक के दायरे में पूरा चुनावी प्रक्रिया है, अगर इसको क्लियर करना है एयर को, तो सबसे आसान और सरल तरीका यही है कि सारे जो चुनावी रिकॉर्ड हैं इन्हें सामने रख दिया जाए। और रूल 93(1) में साफ लिखा है कि क्या रिकॉर्ड नहीं दे सकते, कि मार्क्ड बैलेट पेपर आप नहीं दे सकते।
और ये तो सारा उनके पास इलेक्ट्रॉनिक फॉर्म में है।
बिल्कुल,
1 सेकंड में वो सारा सार्वजनिक कर सकते हैं। आज तो इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी का ज़माना है। इलेक्शन कमीशन खुद बोस्ट करता है कि हमने बड़े इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी यूज़ कर लिया है, हमारे पास सब कुछ तुरंत आ जाता है, कंप्यूटर में अपलोड हो जाता है। अरे भाई आप 1 मिनट में सार्वजनिक कर दीजिए। ये थोड़ी पता लगेगा किसने किसको वोट दिया।
तो दे वांट टू कीप इट अ सीक्रेट, मतलब वो छुपाया जा रहा है ये सारी चीजें।
नहीं, बिल्कुल क्लियर है। देखिए इसमें कोई 1% का भी डाउट नहीं है कि इलेक्शन कमीशन जानबूझकर छिपा रहा है ये सारा डेटा, जिससे कि फर्जी वोटरों के नाम आसानी से डाले जा सके और किसी को पता ना लगे, वोटरों के नाम, जेन्युइन वोटर्स के नाम काटे जा सके और किसी को पता ना लगे, डुप्लीकेट वोटिंग कराई जा सके और किसी को पता ना लगे। ये सब छुपाने के लिए ये सारे रिकॉर्ड छुपाए जा रहे हैं।
तो प्रशांत, जब ये पूरा वोटर लिस्ट में हेरा फेरी सामने आ रही है तो इलेक्शन कमीशन का दावा है कि ये कोई बहुत बड़ी चीज़ नहीं है, ये कोई घबराने की बात नहीं है, क्योंकि वोटर लिस्ट में गलतियां हो सकती हैं। इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि चुनावों में किसी टाइप का फ्रॉड हो रहा है। लेकिन दूसरी तरफ इलेक्शन कमीशन बोल रहा है कि वोटर लिस्ट की प्योरिफिकेशन एक बहुत ही ज़रूरी चीज़ है और ये इनका बेसिक मैंडेट है, और इस कारण पूरे देश भर में स्पेशल इंटेंसिव रिवीजन जो SIR है वो ये अब शुरू करने वाले हैं। यानी कि देश के सारे 100 करोड़ वोटर्स को अब अपनी एलिजिबिलिटी, अपनी नागरिकता और अपनी आइडेंटिटी का पूरा प्रूफ देकर, सबूत देकर अपने नाम वेरीफाई करवाने पड़ेंगे। तो जब जहां सूट कर रहे, जब पॉइंट आउट किया जा रहा है कि इश्यूज हैं, मिस्टेक्स हैं, तब बोला जा रहा है ये इतनी बड़ी बात नहीं है। और दूसरी तरफ जब सारे 100 करोड़ लोगों की वेरिफिकेशन करने का ECI कोशिश कर रहा है, तब यही बोला जा रहा है कि वोटर लिस्ट प्योरिफिकेशन तो बहुत ही ज़रूरी चीज़ है। हमने देखा कि बिहार में जहाँ से कि शुरू हुआ था SIR, वहाँ पे कितने बड़े पैमाने पे रॉन्गफुल डिलीशंस और एडिशंस पाए गए। जो लोग जिंदा हैं उनको मृतक घोषित कर दिया गया, डेड लोगों के नाम में फॉर्म्स भरे जा रहे थे। कई जगहों पे तो BLO का आया वीडियो सामने कि वो खुद साइन कर करके फॉर्म्स भर रहे थे। तो अब जब ये पूरे देश में SIR लागू होने जा रहा है तो उसमें 2 चीज़ें हैं कि एक तो मामला ये है कि क्या इतनी रश है ECI को कि जब अभी सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इसकी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनैलिटी तय नहीं कर रही है और हियरिंग्स चल रही हैं, तो क्या ये उचित नहीं रहता कि ECI वेट करता कि एक बार कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनैलिटी तय हो जाए और जजमेंट आ जाए सुप्रीम कोर्ट का, उसके बाद शुरू करता। और दूसरा ये कि अब जब ये शुरू हो चुका है ऑलरेडी, तमिलनाडु में, गुजरात में न्यूमरेशन फॉर्म्स दिए जा रहे हैं, तो लोगों को किन चीज़ों के बारे में सतर्क रहना चाहिए जिससे कि मास एक्सक्लूजन्स प्रिवेंट की जाए और लोग कहीं ना कहीं उसमें एक अपना हस्तक्षेप रखें कि ऐसा ना हो कि बहुत ही बड़े पैमाने पे लोगों को हटा दिया जाए वोटर लिस्ट पे।
देखिए, एक तो वो ये कह रहे हैं कि सबको एन्यूमरेशन फॉर्म भरना होगा, जिसने नहीं भरा उसका नाम ड्राफ्ट रोल से हटा दिया जाएगा। ये तो पहले कभी भी नहीं हुआ, ये पहली बार इस SIR के एक्सरसाइज में हो रहा है। 2003 में SIR हुई थी, वहाँ पर ऐसा कोई एन्यूमरेशन फॉर्म नहीं भरना था। बहुत सारे गरीब लोग हैं, माइग्रेंट लेबर हैं जो कि एन्यूमरेशन फॉर्म नहीं भर पाते, लेकिन उनका नाम ऐसे ही हटा दिया जाएगा। दूसरी बात यह है, जो एन्यूमरेशन फॉर्म भर भी रहे हैं उनको कोई रिसीट भी नहीं दी जा रही, उनका
Okay. Answering how many days it took for you to get a Schengen. I didn't get a Schengen. I got a student visa, which includes a Schengen automatically. But I applied for the Schengen from Ireland. I did not apply it from India. So I got it within a month. So that's I am not very knowledgeable in like saying how much time are you going to get the Schengen from. Like Indian people are avoided more or less from India. Like the reason why all of this is so long of a process, all of why it is so hard of a process, is to make sure people don't get it, because Indians are more or less hated. I'm not even like joking, like they are. Like you can go to like UK, you can go to like France, you can go to like, I mean, not in Spain or like Italy, but like in Italy, yes. In France, yes. In Germany. So that's why it's kept very touchy. When I was applying from Ireland, I got like within a month and like really fast. Mera 10th ka flight ka money gone. I have to book the flight for 25th. That money will also be gone, lose in 1 month. Accommodation, yeah. I know. That happens like when I was applying for Ireland during my master's. That is what happened in the start. I lost money for a year. Like I stopped applying in the middle. I lost money once and it was like a lot of money. What I can suggest you is like wherever you're booking your accommodation, and if you have already, make sure to like book it with like a change of date option. Like there are flights that you can like pre-book, and like within like a week, if you think it's not going to come, just push it forward. आ गया तो सही है, you can go whenever. Like every 2 weeks you push it forward. Like however, like you like 2 hafta ruk lena is still better than like losing money every time you do it. Like book it for the 25th of December now, and like in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, if your Schengen visa doesn't come, you push it forward more. Yeah, see, that's booking. Don't go booking. Booking is anyway on the BDS. You can go, I mean, there's not really a good choice, and this happens. Like depends. Are you going for like a tour, or are you going for like a... See, you need the accommodation for the visa. You need confirmed accommodation for the visa. Yeah, you need confirmed accommodation for the visa. That is, yeah, especially for masters. How is it like, didn't the university already start? Like, didn't like the year already start in November? Like September? Or is it like the January semester? I'm asking. Because if you're missing out on a lot of university right now, it's going to be a problem. No. That is fine. But like, when is your college starting? Like, when is the education actually starting? Because it's going to be an issue if you have missed a few months before. That is a very good uni. What uni? Like, don't tell me which uni is it. Lone Docs. Sorry, I asked. But that is a very good university. Anyway, let's get back to this, because I think I have to finish soon. Because partner is going to come now. And she's going to kill me. I'm not joking, she'll kill me.
अपलोड भी नहीं किया जा रहा, तो ये वो प्रूव ही नहीं कर सकते कि उन्होंने न्यूमरेशन फॉर्म दिया कि नहीं दिया. अगर उनका नाम भी हटा दिया गया तो इलेक्शन कमीशन बोलेगा नहीं जी, इन्होंने तो न्यूमरेशन फॉर्म नहीं भरा, इसलिए हमने हटा दिया. दूसरी बात, जब कोई ऑब्जेक्शन आता है किसी के नाम पर कि भाई ये गलत नाम हो गया है, ये सिटीज़न नहीं है वगैरह, सिटीज़नशिप तय करने का कोई अख्तियार इलेक्शन कमीशन को नहीं है। ये पहले भी इलेक्शन कमीशन एक तरह से है, लेकिन ये कह देना कि भाई तुम ये डॉक्यूमेंट्स दिखाओ, पासपोर्ट, बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट वगैरह, अपना सिटीजनशिप प्रूव करने के लिए, ये कोई अख्तियार नहीं है। इनफैक्ट सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने लाल बाबू हुसैन वाले जजमेंट में बोला है कि जिसका नाम पहली वोटर्स लिस्ट में है उसको आप प्रिज्यूम करेंगे कि वो सिटीज़न है। अगर किसी को कोई ऑब्जेक्शन है तब फिर वो प्रूव करे। और अगर वो, और इलेक्शन कमीशन के डायरेक्शंस भी हैं कि सिटीजनशिप देखना इलेक्शन कमीशन का काम नहीं है, और ये मामला फॉरेनर्स ट्राइब्यूनल या कोर्ट या गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया को रेफ़र किया जाना चाहिए। इलेक्शन कमीशन खुद ये नहीं तय कर सकता। जहाँ किसी का डाउट है तो उनको रेफ़र कर दिया जाएगा। अगर किसी फॉरेनर्स ट्राइब्यूनल का ऑर्डर आया है, कोर्ट का ऑर्डर आया है, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का ऑर्डर आया है, उस आधार पर आप काट सकते हैं, बट अदरवाइज़ आप नहीं काट सकते कि भाई आपने डॉक्यूमेंट्स नहीं दिए। तो थ्रू आउट ये देखा जा रहा है कि इलेक्शन कमीशन कोशिश ये कर रहा है कि चाहे
I'm going to stop here because kind of boring. We have covered this a few times and we are going to go to what Bliss said. So hold on, where was this now? There. Okay, so what we are covering right now is Zubair created a document, also created like a list of tweets of every time the BJP and the NDA government has voted twice or thrice or even 5 times. Okay, so let's start. Attention, he says, you have proof of people voting in 2 different places. We have shared the names of people, BJP workers, leaders, and proof of 2 epic IDs and their photos being used.
किसी व्यक्ति के अगर 2 जगह वोट भी हो तो भी वो एक ही जगह वोट करने जाता है। 2 जगह वोट करना कानूनी अपराध है। अच्छा, और अगर कोई भी व्यक्ति ऐसा कहता है तो सबूत तो चाहिए। सबूत मांगा था, मिला नहीं। किसी व्यक्ति के अगर 2 जगह,
so he is hiding like the corruption, we know. He's like the ECI is the one that is corrupt. So the first things, meet Rajan Kumar Thakur, a local BJP leader from Delhi. He holds 2 epic IDs and cast his vote in Delhi during 2024 general elections. Now he's traveled his native village in Bihar to vote once again. Over to you. Then we have Ajit Kumar Jha, an employee of OP India website who voted in Haryana and Bihar. I think he has voted more than 2 times. Like 3 or 4 times he has voted in total. Like it's a, और like खानदानी वोट चोरी है, like उसके पप्पा ने भी किया है. Then there is Uday Kumar, BJP supporter who voted in Bangalore and in Bihar. Wow. Yeah, like this guy looks super rich because normally BJP RSS people cannot travel this much. इनके पाकिट नहीं मरता. उनका नहीं होता इंटर स्टेट ट्रैवल में, उनको पैसा नहीं मिलता है. 2 रुपया मिलता है पर ट्वीट का और 15-20 रुपये मिलता होगा पर वोट का. ये खुद के पैसे से कर रहा है. डेडिकेशन देखो बंदे का. फोर, Nagendra Kumar Pandey, a BJP worker, has 2 epic IDs, voted in Delhi and Bihar. दिखता ही छूती है. Like what the fuck dude, 5th Feb को वोट दिया, फिर बंदे ने Yeah, no, they did. They have to. Like, वो पैसा नहीं देते तो ट्रांसपोर्ट अरेंज करते. Very socialist of them, seriously. DM. See, the thing is, they keep. We need, like, this is not just happening with like these 2 or 4 people. This is happening with a huge amount of people. Like, there are people coming in trains, entire trains are being booked for all of this shit. Prabhat Kumar, a BJP member from Dehradun, stays in Uttarakhand, has 2 epic numbers, one in Uttarakhand, another in Bihar, and has voted in Bihar and Dehradun. At least घर पे तो जाके वोट कर रहा है. An MLA paid for travel cost over 20,000 people to go home to his constituency and vote during Maharashtra. Yes, exactly. Yeah, उनका वो corruption का पैसा इधर निकल रहा है. वो like we were thinking about like कि यहाँ पे वो कवच is not activated because I think सारा पैसा इधर divert हो रहा है to get people into trains and to get all of them to vote in like whatever elections. चलो एटलीस्ट वो लोगों का फुकट में ट्रिप तो हो जा रहा है बिकॉज ये गवर्नमेंट के अंदर इनको ना पैसा मिलता है, ना खाना मिलता है, ना कुछ मिलता है. सो नॉर्मल डेज को ना घूमने फिरने मिलता है. एटलीस्ट दूसरा शहर तो देख लेंगे कि देखो हम इधर रहते हैं, हम यहाँ पे चूतिया, तुम वहाँ पे चूतिया, दोनों चूतिया चूतिया साथ में बैठ लो, कर लो. और इलेक्शन फ्रॉड. Santosh Kumar Ojha, BJP leader, stays in Delhi, has 2 epic numbers, one in Delhi, another in Bihar. ये सब एक बिहार और एक दिल्ली वाले हैं क्या? So yeah, like, and the ECI is not going to take cognizance of this. The Supreme Court is not going to take cognizance of this. No one is going to take cognizance of this because no one is going to fucking care. The only people who are going to care is you and me. And how do we care? We go out and fucking protest. There's no other option here. See, if we don't spread the word, if we don't spread the message, if we don't talk about this, nothing is ever gonna change. Like whatever the BJP says or whatever everyone says, like the pessimistic old fuck who keeps saying nothing ever changes. Yeah, that is gonna come true. The reason why he believes that nothing ever changes because the person has never done anything to change anything. When you actually try, you actually change stuff. So the point is, talk to more people, share your thoughts, and also like and share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to end it at 7. Okay, I'm gonna have to end it here. We will be back on Sunday, and maybe a stream in the middle if we feel like it. But we'll definitely be back on Sunday. Also, in context to visas, something you said earlier, visa for Indians is getting harder and harder. Canada rejects 70% of student visas. Last month only, Modi ने सही में सबकी लगा दी है. Yeah, exactly. That is so true. Like Modi ने actually सबकी बहुत लगा दी है. Like it is not a hyperbole. It is not whatever. It is quite literally the case. And honestly, I've been saying this for like the past like 10 years. I'm just glad like someone is listening now. Like, anyway, thank you so much guys for coming. Bliss, you have been wonderful. Goodbye. Have an amazing evening. Have a good weekend. I'll see you back guys back on weekend. Good night. Shabba khair.